me, you should know that. So I'll vouch for that. That I knew about that before we worked together.
Yeah, and in our work together, that's the other thing is the work that we did, when it was UI and Felice and Jen, and with the merch and stuff like that.
Let's clear this up.
Really
Did I ever own
deal.
any part of Crow and Arrow apparel?
No. That was my merch, and I just hosted merch up there that I created, and that was it. And then I sent you cash apps anytime somebody bought something.
I don't think that happened. I don't think you. In all fairness,
whatever.
I don't think that you ever did pay me.
I sent you money.
I don't think you
bullshit.
did. I don't think you did. Honestly,
bullshit.
I don't really care, but I don't think you did. I don't think that happened.
I did.
All right. Well,
every single one of them, I sent you a cut.
I'll believe you then.
Anything that had RTP on it, that I sent you a cut. Now, any of the things that were my designs, like the turtles and things like that, which was one of the hottest sellers, no, you didn't get a cut of that. But any hoodie,
it's
that
almost
was RTP,
like I didn't own your company.
You got it.
It's almost like
you didn't own it at all. You had nothing to do with it. The only thing you had to do with it was that I created the logo, and you used that logo for a while. You're not even using the logo anymore.
That's right. We went back to the old one. And somebody recolored this. Yeah, that's because it's because Jaden made fun of me for having an AI generated logo, and then everybody laughed at me, and I was insecure. So I went back to this one.
You mean Jovan?
Jovan. What did I say? Jaden? Jovan. Yeah. Sorry.
See, this is why he doesn't remember things.
Yeah, it's like I said, it doesn't really matter. Our business was over. We're amicable. I don't think we have a problem at all.
I don't have beef. I don't have beef with anybody, man. I really don't. Like I even Bobby. Like after today, I thought me and Bobby had settled this like 6 months ago. It's literally the exact same stuff. Yeah.
The people that I thought I'd have beef with, I actually don't have beef with them either. Like the thing is that like anything that happens on TikTok, and it just happens on TikTok. People get involved in drama. Nobody's really immune from it, except for you. You don't get involved in any drama whatsoever, ever.
Try not to. It came to me this angel. Time. Yeah.
Double Daddy, as I've heard. Jesus, the new moniker.
Don't do that shit. Don't do that.
I think it's great, and like I said, I still follow you. I still follow Felice. I still follow Jen around, and every once in a while I pick at her ear for things that she's recorded because she has everything. She's the ultimate sleuth.
Yeah, she's great at that.
I do.
Jen has dirt on literally every person that is in existence.
Literally.
If you have dirt on you, Jen has it.
I just pay attention to different things. I just pay attention.
All right. Well, there we go.
I don't have. There's nothing there. Like there's really nothing going on. Especially like mine and your connection has nothing to do with anything in my personal life. You never grifted, as far as I know. You've never ever grifted. In fact, you've always been really really honest and forthcoming about what you do, and I appreciate that. And so like,
I appreciate that. Thanks.
I don't know where the drama's coming from, but no, you did not own any part of the company. Doug did not own any part of the company. Political Mom did not own any part of the company. No one owned any part of the merchandise. The only thing that they got, Facts Still Matter, didn't own any part of the company, but all it did was just host their merch. And if they sold merch, I sent them cash apps with a percentage that we agreed upon. That was it.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks. I appreciate. Thanks for sharing your side.
I'm glad you got something to clip here. Me, Admir, you, all on the same panel. I'm sure he's going to go nuts with that one. He's been in here for a while. Just so you know, I watched him come in, and I'm sure he's recording this.
Did you ever finish up your songs?
Yeah, I do a lot. I do a lot of music. I'm actually about to go on the road for music. I'm actually about to go on the road on a North Texas tour, doing some really good stuff.
Good. Hope everything goes good, man.
I appreciate it, man. I hope everything's good on your end too, Admir.
Absolutely.
No, so okay. Angie, yes, I did. You were absolutely. I just want to clear this really fast because this needs to end now. The whole Mr. Jones thing. What happened there had nothing. It was absolutely not Mr. Jones, not NORAD's fault. It was a third party that I'm not going to name that quite literally made shit up, and I bought into the wrong side of it. I was told that there was going to be receipts. I was told that there was going to be proof of it. Turns out there wasn't proof of it, and Mr. Jones and especially NORAD's got very, very hurt by that group. I completely removed myself from that. But Mr. Jones, NORADs, they are 100% genuine good people, and anyone that thinks that they're grifters, anyone that thinks that they're grifting at all, is absolutely incorrect. And as far as I know, me, Jones, and NORADs are good. We've had offline conversations about the whole thing. I apologized. I made a video apologizing about it. I was wrong. I was on the wrong side of TikTok, and I made a mistake. There you go.
There you go. Well, I don't hold any hard feelings. If people do, they do. That's fine. But I appreciate you clearing that up.
Yeah, of course. Like there's good creators on here, and there's absolutely no reason that they should have their names run through the mud for others' problematic behavior, especially if someone was making a mistake and misinformed and just completely was on the wrong side. I was wrong. That's all there is to it.
There you go.
But anyway, that's all I got.
Well, good luck on your tour, man. How's Texas? Life's good?
Texas fucking sucks. I fucking hate Texas. I want to go back to Utah. I'm not even kidding you. Like, it is, oh my God. Like, I thought I knew what I was getting into coming back to my hometown. I live in a small rural Texas town. Bro, they had Trump parades every weekend. It is the wildest shit that I've ever seen. You can't talk to these people. It's like having TikTok conversations in real life. They just yell at you.
Admir, get control of your people, Admir. Tell them to stop holding parades all the goddamn time.
And the threats are real here, just so you know. Like I tried to have a conversation with a group of people, and it turned into a mess. I was literally scared.
Oh, great.
I've not been scared by the mob mentality ever in my life until I moved back to Texas. So Texas is fucking wild. Texas is crazy. So yeah, stay away. Especially if you're a woman, stay away from here. Do not come to Texas. Go somewhere else. It is not worth it. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I hope you had all your clips, Bobby. I appreciate you, Jay. Jen, love you.
See you, dude.
We'll talk later, man.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Crow.
Yeah, Bobby will be in here clipping things down like to a 2-second clip and be like, see, here's evidence I was right about absolutely everything.
Well, I just want to know, I guess the question I have is like, there's plenty of people who are willing to say things and agree with Bobby. Why aren't you guys having a discussion? Like, that's what this is really for. The panel's open for you guys. Why doesn't Bobby ask me these questions? How come when Bobby asks me these questions and I answer them, he kicks me off his panel? That's what I want to know. Ultimately, no, I don't give a shit. Bobby, just stop doing what you're doing. It's stupid. You're wasting everybody's time.
Why don't you come up? You had a lot to say the other night and defending him. Why don't you come up and talk with us?
Come on up. We'll mute everybody else.
But you know what I find real funny is that I asked the same questions that you did. He answers it to me, but he won't answer them to you. But then he asked me the same questions that he was supposed to ask you. Like, I'm like, dude, just ask him. It's something's not adding up at all. It's not adding up.
I don't know. All right, who hasn't spoken? Go ahead. Anybody who hasn't had their chance.
Yeah, I want to spit this out so I can, well, I'm sure you can clip that later too, but so I can get this out of the way for more of the Bobby stuff. I will just say I yammered at him so much in the comments the other night while you were in there that at first I was just like in the Discord going, he fucking muted me. And then it's like, oh no, he outright blocked me. It's like he got so tired of me.
No, it was his mod.
I just want to say 3 quick things, not Bobby related, because I never managed to make it on Friendly Fridays. I'm seizing my moment.
Welcome.
I have learned how to catch you by surprise because I'm so often I'm your relief from the red face donator that's like puppies, bunnies, rainbows. And then once in a while, I really just give you that moment of shocked disbelief, which I love so much.
Yeah.
But first I want to say, I have a genetic eye disease, so my eyes are a lot weaker than they used to be, so I don't read like I used to, but I have always, most of my life, been an avid book reader, and that includes things like I have read Ayn Rand, and Ayn Rand, hateful cow. Still, I know, but I'm going to say, as a writer, not as a believer in her philosophies, I found Atlas Shrugged to have some really well-written parts that I liked. It's not about buying into the, you know what I mean? It's like I can love Stephen King and not like some of the stuff he writes about. It's the same thing. There were some very well-written parts, but here's what's funny to me, that Ayn Rand is as far-right GOP as you can get.
Yeah.
She would be MAGA today, but it's hysterical to me that MAGA is the quote-unquote left in Atlas Shrugged. They don't see it. But in Atlas Shrugged, the left were the, well, what's really their truth? There's no such thing as a real truth. And how are we to know that's true? And like there were all these behind the scenes, juggling of shit and denying any of it's happening and pretending they don't see it. And I'm like, oh my God, the left in Atlas Shrugged is MAGA. So there's that for anybody to chew on. The second thing is, I don't think that I'm a Southern raised woman, that I have lived all over the country, including in Arizona. Yay, Mesa.
Shout out.
Yep, I lived right on baseline, dude. I was there. But anyway, I find it fascinating, the obsession that cis white men have with trans women being in women's bathrooms. And and just bear with me 1 second, they deny those are women. So when they object to them being in women's bathrooms, what they're saying is, if they don't think those are women, you're saying they don't know how much they're telling on themselves. That they're saying to everyone, hey, we men, by their logic, we men cannot be trusted around women and children. It's like, I don't know that I don't think y'all have thought your argument fucking through. So, and I will, before I hop out, I will just say, Jay, dinner is still ready. Well, in this case, it's leftovers now because it was dinner last night. Now it's lunch and my back door is still open.
Wait, what the hell did he, what? What'd she just say?
Yeah, it's exactly what you thought. It's exactly what you thought she just said.
Okay. God bless her, man. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
How you doing?
Good. Who was that?
Good. This is me. Just sitting up here enjoying your box.
Oh, there you are.
It's nice. Nice work, man.
Thank you.
Just one thing. And since Bobby is in here, Bobby, you just a baby back bitch. Go take your dog for a walk.
It's interesting. VHS and Bobby, Bobby said, I'm going to hold a live and you can come visit. And I was like, why don't you come to my live? And he didn't do it. So I came to his live three times. And look, this isn't trying to smite. Like, why don't you guys want to have this discussion? VHS, Bobby, why don't you want to have this discussion? It seems like if you cared about this issue at all, you would come up and you would try and get to the bottom of it. But it's starting to feel an awful lot like you don't want it to end. It feels like you want it to keep going so you can keep getting attention. This is the last time I'm going to talk about you bitches. This is the last time. And so here's your chance. Here's your chance to clear things up. If you're real about this, Bobby and VHS, if you guys really do, you don't want grifters, you want to trust the creators that you follow, come on up. Let's have it. Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Did Admir leave? Chris, did you have more you wanted to say? Yes, no. Justin.
How you guys doing today?
Wonderful. How are you, Justin? It's a lovely fish.
Good.
What is that?
Yeah, I'm feeling. That's a 65-pound cobia.
Cobia. Is a cobia a salmon? What's a cobia?
No, a cobia is a saltwater fish. So up in northeast of the East Coast, they go after striped bass. Down in Florida, they go after like snook. I don't know if you know what snook is.
I don't.
That's kind of, this is comparable to, yeah. It's just, it's a big saltwater fish that, you know what a bluefish is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a bigger bluefish without teeth. It just inhales its own. Yeah, but it's a pretty good fish. It's actually they normally catch them like 50 pounds. It's pretty big, not 65. So
yeah, but you got 65. You're not fucking around. I love that.
Yeah. But so I wanted to ask you guys. Like, I felt like I wasted way too much time arguing with MAGA, like trying to go through like chronological order, showing them how like he was a liar. He wanted to, self-fund his campaign. He didn't. He wanted to cut the debt in half. He didn't. Just going through it. It doesn't matter what we tell MAGA. So I feel like I wasted way too much time on them. The numbers from this election aren't out yet, but the last election, only 65% of the people who could vote voted. Only like 10% more are registered. So I feel like I'm not saying everybody should do this. I'm just reflecting on me. I ignored the people that we needed to get engaged. Like if Trump was very beatable in 2016. Trump was very beatable this race. Like everybody looks at the percentages and like, oh, he gained this, he gained that. He had the same amount of people vote for him that he did in 2016. He was very beatable. And I don't know how we get those people engaged. Like, I know they tried to with some podcasts. I don't think Joe Rogan would have helped. I think this platform kind of helps, but we need to engage the people who don't watch politics at all. And I don't know how to do that. Like, I feel like we need to save democracy, but which is how?
I don't know. It's a hard question because the thing is the audience that's going to come to us is going to be political. I'm trying to do different stuff, like cover different. In fact, I even think covering like my show on Wednesday was basically just covering Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan got backlash. I think maybe the solution is going after places covering content where we know that political and non-political people alike are getting together and getting their information. Places like maybe it's like Joe Rogan. I mean, one of the things that Trump did that was really smart is he went on like with Theo Vaughn, with Joe Rogan. He went on all these podcasts where like these people have no filter, but they also didn't know how to interview him. They had no idea when he was lying to them. So it looked brilliant. He's on a podcast. It's not political. People feel like they're getting an honest interview. And because there's no pushback from the host, they just assume that was an honest interview. And so I think learning from what the Republicans did well, and that was one of the things they did really well, is they went to places, and they did it in 2016 as well. They went places nobody else goes. So I don't know the answer, Justin, but I think you're right. We have to look in different places or try and attract different people.
Yeah, MAGA truly believes that like half the country voted for Trump. And I try to tell them, like, if you go off 65%, that means 32 people voted for Trump, 32 people voted for Harris, 1% voted for somebody else, and 35% or 35 people out of 100 did not vote.
Yeah.
35 out of 100 is a lot. And like, we can't leave that chunk out there again. But thanks for your input. I'm going to drop down and spam some likes for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Can we like while we're on the panel? Some say yes, some
I don't
say
know.
no.
I don't know.
All right. Well, thanks for having me up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good point.
Sorry, I just stepped down for a minute. The customer came. Did I miss anything good? Did any of Bobby's friends come in?
No, they're still just in the chat.
Hey, if anyone's in the chat, can they ask him for me? I was wondering, like, if I'm in Walmart in the same aisle as somebody that steals something, am I a thief?
Yes.
Like, I just don't want to get in trouble if someone else is stealing around me. That's all. Can someone ask Bobby for me?
I mean, Bobby's here. Let's not pretend Bobby's not here listening to this whole thing, either on his account or another one. Bobby's here.
Bobby, if you're on your backup account, would I be held accountable for like theft if someone steals in Walmart when I'm in there? Let me know. DM me, bro.
If I'm in here with Jay, am I also 5'4"?
Oh shit! Oh shit! I guess.
Oh, where'd Cam go?
Now.
Damn, where'd he go? That's weird.
His internet must be
bad internet. Yeah, it happens.
What happens?
Yeah, we're all grifters now, I guess.
That's right. You guys are all now grifters by proxy.
Fuck. God damn it! Thanks, man.
I'm really poor to be a grifter, I do have to say.
Listen. If you're a grifter on TikTok, you're not rich. I think Dean and Parker do well, but I can say that we're not rich.
How can I collect? Like, when do I get paid?
It's checks in the mail. It's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just saw the opportunity. I just had to hit a softball. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, and then your internet must have crashed. That's tough. It's tough. Anybody else have anything to say?
That was all Cam had. I thought he had more than that.
Yeah, he's got.
I got lots to say, but I'm just giving other people a shot.
Oh,
Bye.
sorry, Cam.
Did he drop or boot him again?
Guys, you just got to jump in if you have something to say. By the way, we're not going one by one.
We're
Just
not
jump
doing
in.
the timer. So, African, do you want to go next?
It'd be cool if Bobby came up. I'd like to chat with him since he wouldn't answer me the other night.
I just want to say, Jay, I don't know who the fuck Bobby is or what a Bobby is. But if he's not on your side, then fuck it. You know what I mean? Fuck him. So I don't really know him. I'm having a good day though. The Bears fired their head coach, Matt Eberflus.
Oh, he's gone?
He's gone.
About damn time. God, that was late.
Too late.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. But yeah, I don't know the drama. I don't know what a Bobby is. Like I said, I know some of the bigger creators. I may have heard of him. I've never seen his content, never seen his live, so I can't comment on the drama. But I rock with you.
Thanks.
So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Also, I don't know what lake were you at on Thanksgiving yesterday? Where
I was on the Salt River.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know where have you ever tubed it?
I've been out there. Yeah. I've been to like Lake Bartlett. I've been to Salt River.
Okay. So the bridge if you're coming up from Phoenix to like Saguaro, that bridge where there's the recreational area, I was just right in there.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, if you ever need like a holiday meal, man, you're not around family, you got a spot, man. We fried some turkey. I did a live frying my turkey yesterday.
You did?
So yeah, I had like 100 people watching.
Nothing blew up?
What's that?
Nothing blew up?
No, I got a cool one that you can actually put inside. You plug it into the wall, but I put it outside just because wife doesn't like the smell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it turns out great. We've done it a couple years now, so it's awesome, man.
Well, some people were talking about a get together in Arizona coming up that they were going to try and plan. So maybe you're in charge of the turkey.
Yeah, I can do that, man. So yeah, we had a feast. We only had the kids over, the grandkids, so we don't have a huge family out here. So it was cool.
You got grandkids?
What's that?
You have grandkids?
Yeah, we got two. We got a 2-year-old
Oh,
and one that was just born about a month ago, man. So
Man, I hate saying this, but you don't look like you could be a grandpa. You look good. Good for you.
I thank you, man. Yeah, me and Coach Shauna, I think we don't look our ages, so it's awesome, man. But it's cool. It's a blessing, man. So yeah, it's really cool. One's 2 running around here talking, and the other one was just born about a month ago, so it's crazy.
Not saying much yet, yeah.
Yeah. Not saying much at all. She's actually smaller than the turkey we had yesterday, so we took a little picture of her kind of being held next to the turkey. We had like a 21-pounder.
That's adorable.
So she's like 7 pounds, so she's a tiny little thing.
I just got a picture of my daughter. She's in snow for the first time. It's adorable.
Yeah, I don't do snow, man.
Me
I don't do
neither.
snow. I'm from Chicago, so no more snow for me. You were in Utah, right? You
Yeah.
know how that shit is, right?
Yeah.
Once you're away from the snow, you don't want to go back to it.
No, fuck the snow.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yesterday was chill. Watched the Bears choke another game. I mean, I know you know the feeling with the Niners. How that goes.
Come on. Come on.
Ouch. Got him.
You know how that goes, man. You're not having a great season either, so.
No, I'm not.
Devo is screwing me over big time,
Good.
bro. So you need to say something.
Good.
Yeah. So I just wanted to get in here, pop on, and say, we got to do a show. We got to host together, man.
Hey,
I do.
yeah.
I've been doing sub onlys. My community's growing pretty fast, but I do a lot of chill just because there's so many MAGA bots in my chat. Like it's crazy. Because I do a lot of trashing of MAGA and Trump.
Yeah.
So even though they won, they're still in their feelings quite a bit, which I don't understand. I'm like, America's going to be made great again, according to you guys. So I'm not sure what you're so mad about, right? So they're still mad. So I've been doing some chill sub onlys, which is awesome. It's great. We still get a few hundred people in there, depending on the day. 300, 400, 500 people. So it's just kind of like
Good for you,
chill.
man.
If you ever want to do something with where the Democratic Party needs to go, I like the last guest you had because he said, "What do we do to engage people?" And what I've been thinking is simple messaging. Just simple messaging. One thing I was thinking about was Kamala too detailed in her plans with the tax, the $6,000 tax credit, the new housing units, the small business credits. Was she too detailed? And did people just did they need to hear you can get free milk and eggs? Because I keep hearing that Kamala lost because of milk, eggs, and gas, right? Should we just say we're going to give you free milk and eggs for the first 12 months?
Everybody gets 2 chickens.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Trump, he just lies about everything. He says inflation's going to be 0. I'm going to make it 0, and nobody holds him accountable.
And nobody wants it. Nobody wants 0%
Yes.
inflation. Yeah.
No, but he says that. I'm just saying that's what he says, right? So they don't really need to know the details. It's just messaging. A lot of the people on the fringes, they might not be politically aware or educated. So is it just messaging? Is it like, let's give a milk and eggs giveaway? You know what I mean? Let's say we're going to give them $1 a gallon gas. Will that work? And then see if that doesn't work, then we try something else.
$1 a gallon.
But I'm just saying, is it messaging?
We just start lying to him. It seems to work.
Well, isn't that what Trump does?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it would
that's
work.
What I'm saying. Isn't that what Trump does?
It's very much vote for Pedro shit.
Yeah,
it's like vote for Pedro.
Yeah, are we too honest?
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Are we too detailed?
Maybe.
You know?
I think it's too detailed. I don't think that we're too honest. I think that we have a problem with. I think we have a problem with the ability of the mass majority of the electorate assimilating the information that we're trying to get out. So those 3-word messages are falling on ears that, just have it rattle around in there and fall back out.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Question on something that was said before. When that woman was in asking about or talking about Biden doing some kind of thing for like equal rights or whatever before he leaves. If he does that, couldn't Trump just change it once he gets in office?
No, it's not an executive order. No, it's. I need to read more into it, but it's more complicated than that. Trump refused. Trump could have signed it when he was in office, and he just refused to sign it. I need to get more details on that to give the exact, but no, it's not as simple as Trump being able to undo it. I don't think.
Okay, cool. That's good. Well, at least, hopefully he does do something then. Dark Brandon needs to come out like at the end here and just start wrecking shit.
Well, listen, Trump already fixed immigration. You guys saw that, right? Like Mexico has already fixed it because Trump said so, and we're good. So let's just let Trump keep doing that. He's fixing shit everywhere. There's world peace already, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Everything's good.
Hey, VHS, why are you still here if you're not coming up? Why don't you come up? And by the way, you said if Bobby doesn't bother me, why is this my background? He does bother me. He's bothering me so much that I had to not do my show today because I'm getting DMs about Bobby lying about me all the time. And you don't seem to have the guts to come up here and talk about it. And that's fine. Like, you can be but now I've got a recording, and now I've got hundreds of people who have seen that both you and Bobby aren't willing to have this discussion, that it appears you just want to use me for clicks. That's why we did this. Give you an opportunity to stand up or just show everybody that you're doing this for clips. And it looks a lot like clips to me.
Yeah, that dude was simping hard in the comments the other night.
Oh, I think it's Bobby. I think that's Bobby's account.
No,
VHS.
It's not? Oh, somebody likes him that much? God damn, VHS. That's tough.
Oof. I'll draw it, brother, if you want to come up.
I mean, you're trying to have a conversation with somebody who was just completely made irrelevant by little slim discs. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of argument the person VHS is going to have. I barely took out Betamax, but
yeah, you guys say he's not about clips. Then why does he keep clipping shit?
He does, and he without context, he cuts it down to like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and acting like that proves his point. He has no point.
Look, if you don't think
he recording this shit?
Yeah, probably. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, VHS, and here's the thing, Bobby. There's enough people that don't like you that it can be a problem, or you can just end it and you can go back to doing your show. But there's enough people that don't like you who are bigger creators who you are calling grifters that you can either stop this, or you and your band of I don't even know what you are, virtue signaling liberals. I don't know what side of the aisle you're on, but you guys can just fade into obscurity, or we can all work together and we can continue what we thought we were doing and trying to promote a message and trying to get our ideas into the mainstream. You guys can join us, or you can keep doing this divisive shit. This is the last time Bobby's going to get my attention, though. So this is your chance.
Well, according to him, he's like a super Democrat or something. He's like the big, the big guy on that side. He's better than everybody. So I don't know.
I didn't get that vibe. He, to me, wasn't direct on what his political leanings was.
Well, he was kind of saying, he's like, RTP, no, I'm not on the same side as him. I'm like, oh, no. So I don't know. It was confusing.
He's on the side of MAGA granny. That's why.
He called himself a tattletale this morning. He's like, listen, I'm a tattletale. That's what I did for a job. So whatever. That's what he said. So maybe he thinks he's getting like more credibility by being a tattletale about things that aren't even real.
Well, look, to bring the receipts. I showed all the receipts this morning. I showed, and then Crow came up unannounced to back up the fact that like I didn't do business with him. Just, I don't understand. The criticism of me is that I'm a grifter because I did business with Crow. Now we know that that's not true. And now we know that Bobby already apologized for this exact thing like 6 months ago. I don't know why we're revisiting it other than he doesn't like Jeff. And he thinks Jeff is
grifter. No, his issue with that, let me clarify. His issue, what he's saying about you, is because you associated with Crow at first, and under his view, Crow is a grifter and he went to prison. This is his narrative. Then you go and work with Jeff, and now he says, because he says Jeff is a grifter, that you by default are a grifter.
That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead. Who was that?
About this is Beth.
Oh, hey, Beth.
And this guy, Bobby, I don't know if you're here. You're the same guy that like hung out with that ex-MAGA granny and got all pissed off everyone. Then you had a beef with Crow, and then Crow did this whole campaign against you. And now you're still pissed and butthurt about that, obviously. So now you're going up to RTP because he was once associated with Crow. So like, this sounds so fucking lame, dude. I mean, touch grass. Go get a life and do something else. This is absolutely pathetic. You trying to get views? Because that's what it sounds like, but you're coming off as a pussy. And I can say that because I'm not RTP. You sound like a pussy. Sorry, bye.
I just followed you. Oh, no. God. I like her.
Spicy.
Go off, Queen.
I'll be honest. He would have done better. Like when he first came on this app, he was being like the border guy, and he was going around to lives, and he was very informative, and I had much respect for him. And then all of a sudden, after that whole MAGA granny thing, he went into this weird TikTok, like parasocial relationships. Let's judge people in TikTok world persona. That is just such a turnoff. And he should just focus on what his message was and try and build his platform based on that and get over the other stuff.
Yeah, is it a self-claimed like standard of integrity that only Bobby meets? Is that kind of where he's coming at it from? Like he's the standard?
I don't know, but if you look at TikTok, the entirety of TikTok is a grifter if that's your definition of a grifter. If your definition of a grifter is someone who gets coins, look at, I got coins, I'm a grifter now. Like, this is stupid. So, and then the people that have lives calling other people grifters are also getting coins. So if they grifters calling out grifters, it's just like, oh, is someone grifting better than they are, so they're mad at them? It's dumb. People are getting entertained by lives. If they want to send their money in, they send their money in. If they want to send coins, they send coins for entertainment. That's what it is. Who cares? You know who's a grifter? Trump, who tried to sell guitars with his name on it, or that's a grifter. Trump is a grifter. TikTok people are not grifters. Everybody knows what it is.
Well, I don't think Bobby's like defending. I don't think he's taking Trump's side here. I think we're on the same side. I think it's just wholly destructive that we're having like a conflict in the public that can't be resolved in private, right? And both. I think Bobby is kind of falling short in the way that he's not coming to the table to have a discourse to resolve the issue. So far,
like I said, I don't think he knows what grifting really is. I think he's using that word, not really nailing down the entire meaning of it.
He got a little pissed when I got in there and I called him a grifter too. That was pretty funny.
Hey Beth, where do you park your car?
Careful, she'll yell at you.
Up Bobby's ass. Just kidding. I'm sorry. That was so bad. I couldn't resist. I'm just joking. I don't think my car would fit in there. I'm sorry, Bobby. That was bad of me. Anything for a laugh. Sorry.
It's a hell of a parking spot. All right. Well, I don't know. Somebody go tell.
Little. I don't think they've been able to speak yet.
Little Linka. Is that what that says?
Yeah. Do you have anything to say, ma'am?
Lil Linka?
Would you like to add anything to the conversation? Do you know you're up here? No, that doesn't look like
I think she might not know she's up here.
Yoo-hoo.
Well, okay. I mean, how much longer do we beat a dead horse and watch them lurk before we just say, all right, let's let go and let God and start progressing again?
Yeah, we're back to the regular show on Monday. I thought Bobby would want to talk. I didn't think he would sit here and watch from the sidelines.
Snoop, it looks you're in the box, but you got like bars of death. I don't know. You either get if you want to get closer to better Wi-Fi, or if you're speaking, we can't hear you.
She's looking for people to put on the chopping block at this point, boys. So keep your signal up.
I think, and that's the thing too, like with Jeff, like people get pissed off, and I saw some people making videos about Jeff. Who cares? I mean, it's not like people, when they send their money into someone, it's not like you don't know you're sending your money in to be entertained or for the good fight. Like, wow, it's no one else's business. If it's not coming out of your pocket, then it doesn't matter. Don't pocket watch other people. Like, pay attention to your own wallet.
Big pocket watching. Yeah, and I want to know too, he kept talking about donating this money. Like, that's the thing. Like, if people are doing this shit for like nefarious reasons, if they're saying like, if they're saying this money is for something, right, and then asking people for it, and you're not using it for that, that's one thing. Like, that's some like, grimy, grifty shit. But like, if you do this show every day, everybody knows you do a show every day. Everybody knows what your show is about, and people donate you coins. Like, yeah, Jeff would do his little thing, like Galaxy's the Kick and all that bullshit, but like, that's whatever. That's just is what it is. He wasn't saying, like, he wasn't lying about it. He was being honest. Like, yeah, you send me a Galaxy, I'm going to kick this person out. So what's the grift? Like, that's just how money is made on TikTok. It's really stupid to say that.
You know what I find funny? You know what I find funny too is you don't hear anybody on the right and right creators hating on each other about making money on this app. You notice that? They can have Russians in them. They can, you know what I mean? Nobody cares about the right making money. It's like left each other for making money on this app. Who cares? I mean, that's
they were literally caught by the Russians. Those people were caught. Like, Tim Pool guys were fucking caught.
And they were like, it was just money. Why wouldn't you guys take that money? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, literally fucking caught by Russians. If I send this dude money to say something funny, in a comment, I wanted to do that. That's why I did it. So he would say the thing. He did the thing that I paid him for.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, VHS.
I thought it was
real quick. VHS, this year, we do a thing here. Jen does a thing, and Jen's being very patient today. But we do a thing here where if people refuse to get up in the box and defend their positions, they get muted. And so this is just your warning. You can get in the box, you can hit the request, or you got to go. It's one of those two.
If you don't get in the box, we're all going to do the chicken dance to your name.
Well, really,
you can
really
kick
fast.
me, Jen,
Snoop,
if he
are
gets
you
in
here?
the box.
Snoop, are you here? Unmute yourself if you are. All right, I'm going to clear this spot so that we'll make sure we got a spot for you. I'll send you some invites to come up.
I'm just wondering, why wouldn't you want to know? Like, first, you don't know Bobby, you don't know me. Nobody really knows each other on this app. I just want to know what you think I'm doing. Like, every accusation Bobby has levied against me, we've covered today. Everything he said I did hasn't turned out to be true. So I'm just wondering why you're still opposed. We're on the same side, dude.
And what does it mean that you said we're not talking about monetary grifting? What other kind of grifting is there?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, remember when he said, "Oh, it's because you have a schedule with them." That's the big difference.
Emotional grifting.
Yeah, because I have a child and I have to schedule things. Yeah, that's how it works. When you split, when you co-parent with somebody, you have a child. So if you want something outside of the normal time, you have to schedule it. That's how that works.
So if you guys have work that you have scheduled, that you schedule to go to work, y'all are grifting.
That's right. That's right.
All right, I'll let Swervin, go ahead.
Hey, thank you, Jen. And I was just about to ask you if I could speak. Figured I'd go to the boss first instead of asking Jay.
That's correct.
Jay, I've been following you and listening to you religiously on a weekly basis now for about a year, and I think I sent a guest request once some months ago, and then I started to realize, you know what? Whoever he's talking to in the box or whatever it is he's talking about, sit there, shut up, and listen. And the main reason I do that is because no matter what, I know I'm going to learn something. Even if I listen to your show for 8 hours a day, right? And at 7 hours and 59 minutes, I learned something. I know I've learned something useful to me, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know the drama that's going on between Bobby and yourself. And I avoid TikTok beef.
Same.
Like as much as I can. I got dragged through the mud like last February. I was accused of something simply because of someone that I hung out with. And it was eventually discovered that the woman who made the accusation completely lied while she was having an internet affair and this, I'm not going to rehash that. But I try to avoid that kind of beef and that kind of drama. My advice to you, Jay, don't even sweat it, brother.
Yeah.
Don't even sweat it. You do you. Whoever's live you're in, I'll sit there and listen because it could be, my body is physically debilitated right now. And it will be until I shuffle off this great plane.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I'm a freaking train wreck. My wife of 29 years just left me last week, decided she wasn't happy anymore.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, thank you. But you know what? I could lay down and I could cry about all of this until the cows come home. Or I can get up and get back into the fight that I've been in when it comes to politics, equal rights, human rights, women's rights, educational rights, rights of the BIPOC communities. And as a black man, I know you can't tell by my picture, but I fall on that very high yellow scale of African American people, which is what they always call me. It's no fun being called Bananarama.
I've never heard it called that. That's crazy.
Oh, I've been called Bananarama.
Jesus.
Sunshine Climb or something like that. I've been called some of everything. And this is by my own community. But I will still fight for my own community to get the same educational rights as everyone else. And you've just taught me so much over this past year. When you come on, and it's afternoon here where I am, it's almost 2:00. And when you come on, I know I'm getting ready to learn something.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to come up, man, and because I don't get to talk. I think this is the first time you and I have ever spoken in person. You may have seen me in the chat or in the comments.
Yeah, I've seen your name. Yeah.
But I just wanted to come up and say, don't worry about the drama, man. You're above it. I think you're above it. I know Jen keeps a tight leash on you. So she's not gonna let things get too far out of control.
If in all fairness, Jen would probably. This is the one scenario where Jen probably wants me to engage more than I do.
Oh no, this irritates the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, listen, brother, I'm gonna let you get back at it, okay? Because I got to schedule live at 2:00, and yeah, I just love hearing you every day, and I know Jen has your back, and you two make a wonderful team. And just thanks for being here for us, man. For those of us who will listen and learn, thanks for being here for us. Okay.
Thank you, and keep battling, man. I'm sorry you're going through all that.
It's a lot. I am. I'm gonna keep on keeping on.
All right, brother. Be well.
Y'all have a good weekend. Y'all be well. Y'all be safe, and God damn it, have fun while you're doing it.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Tall.
What's up, boss? What's up, Bruce?
Tall.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
This is Jay's Wario.
What do you want?
Me? I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, no, I don't trust you.
You don't?
Come on now. Come on now.
You don't?
Oh, come on, what? Like I think we're on the same side, aren't we?
Do you know do you know Tall?
What?
Do Tall.
Oh shit! I thought this was Cam talking. Is this not Cam talking? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see Tall. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I thought this was Cam. Sorry.
I'm a different person. No.
Cam's a dick.
It's blocked
so
for me.
He thought your voice was Cam.
So Cam and that tall nerd are both blocked. I'm so sorry. I couldn't see your pictures. Now I get rid of the screen. Now you're there. Sorry about that.
I see.
That was all directed at Cam.
Okay.
Fuck you, Cam. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
Sorry.
Got him.
I sat here quietly. That was in your head for some reason.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's the first. It sounded like you. Sorry. Keep going. I apologize.
That tall nerd.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just here to hang out, and I actually haven't been on this particular show before because the request queue is so long. So I thought I'd say hello.
Thank you. Welcome on a weird
Thank
day.
you.
It was a weird day today.
It is a weird day. Yes.
Yeah.
Get shopping. Fixes everything.
Well, Kimber, I sent you an invite because we were trying to talk about how this stuff works. You made a comment about muting people, that people should be able to just comment. There's not an issue with people commenting. But if you attack people and you're defending someone who's saying vile things that are wrong, I think it would be fair to have people come up and explain why they think the things that they do so that we can clear up any misconceptions that might be out there.
Yeah, Kimber and VHS, it is nice and warm here inside Jay's box. So feel free to come up.
I just don't get it. Like, have a conversation. You said I lost it. Like, I went to Bobby to try and square this. And Bobby, when you say I freaked out, Bobby muted me like 5 times, and I told him to get fucked. If that's freaking out, like, I guess you don't know who I am. I have a potty mouth.
Yeah, you got to stop with those cussing words.
Yeah, like I just cuss. And by the way, like I think considering the fact that he's lying about me and coming after my actual livelihood, by the way, he's trying to get people not to participate in my lives anymore. He's trying to lose me viewers by lying about me. I think if somebody was lying about you at your job and trying to get you to lose your job and lose your income, you might be a little frustrated. And I am a little frustrated by that because there are people like you, Kimber, and VHS, and some of the others who I think like we probably share viewpoints. And you don't like me because of lies. You guys are frustrated with me because of lies. So why not have a discussion about it? Why sit down there and continue this rather than just squash it? Have you chosen a side here? Is that what we're doing? I think that everybody here who wants to learn about the border should watch Bobby's lives. I'm not telling people not to go and watch his lives, but I'm also not lying about him. By the way, some of the people Bobby mentions that he's like, I like this person and I like this person on the left, and he tries to use that to divide. Guess what? Those same people, the ones that he says really like them, told me not to platform him when they worked with me. Just want to point that out. Specifically women. Women specifically have an issue with Bobby. So some of the women that he's mentioned over and over and over as a way to defame me have all told me they don't trust him and that he gives them the ick. So just not one of the people that he's used, not one of the names that he's used has come up here to defend what he's saying. Does that surprise you? Does it surprise you that the people he keeps saying that he likes that see through me aren't up here saying the same thing? And they're not on his live backing that up. It's Bobby against the world, and you guys are buying into it. It's weird.
Jay, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Like, is there any validity to the point that it actually just hurts that someone we could have an allyship with is choosing to be more destructive than productive?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why he's doing it. I really don't. Nobody. We've never done anything to Bobby. Nobody's. I mean, I know him and Crow had their issues, and frankly, I don't do that. I don't go and post people's business. I don't try and get into these battles. I've told Jen more than one time, my biggest fear is that one day I'll turn on TikTok and Irish will be hosting a live about me. I'm like, fuck, that's literally my biggest fucking fear in the world. And me and Irish are
That's
good.
scary.
But like, I don't like doing this. This isn't fun for me. I'm not happy about doing this, but I do feel like there were enough people in Bobby's live the other night, and now he's on Blue Sky, and he's going to other apps, and he's trashing me. He's preemptively trashing me. I do think that I kind of am forced to have this discussion, but I just don't know why none of the people with him want to have this discussion. And this, when Jeff says things like the left eats their own, and when people attack Jeff, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about people who think that like they're so virtuous that it's their job to gatekeep everybody else. And you guys are buying into Bobby absolutely lying. There's never been a person on this app who has come at me who didn't apologize after. Because I'm not part of that. I just don't do that. I live a very simple life. I hang out with my daughter. That's about it. That's literally, I do this and I hang out with my daughter. That is my whole life. So I'm not normally somebody that people target. That's why this is so fucking bizarre.
Well, Bree too. Don't forget Bree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Come on.
When you get chased by pigs.
Well, VHS, if it's the same, then come up here and let's talk about it. I'm not going to yell at you. Let's talk about it. Somebody from Bobby's side needs to get in the box and have a discussion so we can settle it, because you guys are the ones that are going to get Bobby's ear, not me. I'd like all of this squashed. I would like things to go back to normal. I'm not going to go on a crusade against Bobby. I'm not going to ask people not to listen to Bobby. I just want this shit to end. As somebody who does this for a job, somebody who's a father and who I'm pretty serious about what I do. I'm pretty careful about what I do. I'm more than fair about what I do. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys know anybody else who pays a moderator? I do. Like, I hate getting money if I don't feel like I've done something to earn that money, and I refuse to ask people to even do things for me. So this grifter shit is just it's weird, and I don't know why you guys want to stay down there instead of have a discussion about this. If Bobby doesn't want to do it, if he's on a plane, whatever, why don't you guys come up then?
VHS got to be somebody that we know on an old account. Like, there's no way he's that much of a coward.
It's Cam.
But VHS is Cam?
Yeah, everybody bad is Cam.
Brooke, I don't know if you know your
Alex
box,
talent, apparently.
but did you have anything you wanted to talk about?
Brooke
Or
K.
text 45. It might be text 45, huh?
It's not.
No, he spells too many words correctly to be text 45.
Oh, damn.
Right, hold on. Go ahead, Brooke.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Hear you now.
Hey, Brooke.
Okay. So I don't know if any of y'all saw, but I know everyone's probably seen Jeff trashing, Dean and Parker and all them, blaming them for the election. But the other night he was on Brett Cross's live, and Matt, like angry U.S. veteran. I think y'all probably watched him.
I saw that. Yeah, that was tough.
You saw when he laughed at that veteran that was worried about his benefits?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know if y'all had seen that. He's been shit since the election.
Hold on real fast.
Absolute shit. Huh?
When he went up there, he wasn't saying he wants veterans to lose their benefits. That veteran and him it wasn't a mature response, but he wasn't saying all vets to lose benefits. That's not what he was saying.
No. I mean, I know that it was probably just directed to that one guy, but I thought it was pretty disgusting. I don't know.
I don't think that. I think that some of the stuff Jeff does and says, I would never defend. I also just don't take it seriously. Like I hate saying this because I understand that words are harmful and words have consequences, and Jeff is feeling the consequences of his words, and some of it is warranted. I don't know why people are taking him seriously as like a political thought leader, or not even a leader, but like Jeff doesn't think deeply. Like one of my favorite things about Jeff is that when Jeff starts a sentence, 80% of the time he doesn't know where it's going. He just like lets it happen. So it's funny to watch. But then if you get into those more serious spaces, and sometimes he's pretty tone deaf, he's going to say some shit that he's going to get pushback for. He's going to get people upset with him, and he deserves it. So I would never defend that. But I would just say that those who I don't think people should take Jeff as a thought leader, though. But he deserved any. I mean, if you get on this app and
Well,
you put
I
a camera
think
on, you deserve criticism. If you say stuff that pisses people off, you deserve criticism. It's happened to me. It's happened to all of us, and that's our role. Like if we do this, we get criticism, and you guys should give us criticism because it's the audience who keeps people honest. It's the audience who really decides like which things are heard and which things aren't. I think that's an important part of it. So I'm not trying to defend Jeff. Sorry, Brooke, if you felt that way. Like I think if people heard that and they're offended by that, they should tell Jeff about it, and they should or not watch him or criticize him to others. He deserves all that.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't even heard you talk about it. I didn't even know if you knew, really, because I'm not always on here. But I am a lot, and I don't know. To me, like, I think, and I'm not putting this on you at all. I'm just saying I think he got a little more credibility by having you on a lot.
That's possible. Yeah, that's fair.
And so he's just taken a real turn since the election. Like, he took it, I don't know, it's weird. And he didn't even vote.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just didn't want him
weird. That part's weird.
like dragging anyone down if they were not listening, or I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. That's all I wanted to say.
I think that's very
I
fair.
don't know what's going on with this Bobby thing. He's kind of a weird dude, but I have no reason. I mean, I trust you. I don't think you're grifting. I think you're, a good dude, and I watch you a lot. So yeah, he should just shut up about it, probably.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
Jay, can
Bye,
I
guys.
ask you about this?
Yeah.
Can I ask you about this?
Yeah.
So I notice a lot of times when we are interacting with other people, constantly on a consistent basis, there's this assumption that we absolutely assign ourselves to every position that they have. And I think that's part of the problem that ties right into what Bobby's doing specifically, is that this assumption that there's a whole representation with someone that you are loosely affiliating yourself with on a social media app is a mistake.
Well, look, I think like what Brooke said, I was on Jeff's platform, and I think it's 100% okay for people to ask me questions about that and even criticize me for being on that platform. I don't actually have a problem with that. And I think that some people, if I gave the impression that, I didn't really distance myself from the crazy stuff Jeff said. I wasn't outspoken about that. I think all of that criticism is fair. And frankly, there's people in this chat right now that have messaged me about that and say, I don't really like this. And that's all that stuff's fair. On our end, it's our job to take the feedback and decide like what to do with it. But if that was Bobby's criticism or anybody's criticism of me, that is a fair criticism, and I have to answer for that. And the truth is, like, I didn't really care what Jeff said. And maybe I should have cared a little more.
I think, we've mentioned this before. I know you have, and I have. I mean, at the beginning when you guys first started like doing those lives together, people weren't debating. They weren't joining the live to debate. So debate was something that Jay was looking for and wanted to do. And so he would. That's the reason why he went to Jeff's debates, because Jeff is, one thing, great at farming opposition. He's got people pissed off at him all the time, and people want to come up or they'll get mad at Jay. And in a lot of ways, like moderating for Jay, this Jay can be a pain because he'll let people stay in there for fucking ever. He won't ever get them to leave. And so sometimes Jeff will cut people too soon, but at least Jeff would like rotate on a consistent basis. And it is what it is. Jay's never been dishonest about what he wants to. He likes to debate. He enjoys the conversation. And he also wants to provide good information. So
he wants to destroy people.
Sorry, Jen. Love you, dear. We're gonna get to the next person.
Good idea.
Bye, Cam. Who saw that coming?
Bye, Cam.
Damn internet.
VHS, I'm still going to invite you again. Like, that's not Bobby's criticism of me. That's not his only criticism of me. Now I feel like you're being a little bit dishonest because I showed you the DMs of Bobby's criticism about me, and he's still sharing the criticisms about me. And I'd ask this, VHS, why did Bobby keep requesting to be a guest on Jeff's live? Why was he demanding? If being associated with Jeff is a problem, why did Bobby keep wanting to be a guest? Why did Bobby keep wanting to come up and debate? If it was such a problem, why was Bobby always asking to be part of it? And maybe that's a question you guys can ask Bobby. Why did Bobby keep requesting to come up?
Well, I think it's the mistake. That's what I was talking about. That's a mistake to make the assumption that someone you're loosely affiliating yourself with on this app is someone that you completely align yourself with. So VHS, if that's...
It's called an echo chamber. Yeah, the thing we're trying to avoid.
That's a problem. That's not what's happening, and to assume that is a problem.
Agree.
Yeah. Gumby, do you want to... You haven't got a chance to speak. You made a comment that's why you were mad at Jay. You want to expand on what you meant by that?
What's up, Gumby?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah. Hi. Well, because it's about the Jeff thing. I don't know about the Bobby thing, except I know about Bobby. So, but Jay.
Yeah.
I mean, so I've been following this from the beginning, and I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. First of all, I'm a avid watcher.
Thank you.
And have been for a long time. And I just find it hard to believe, and you can tell me I'm wrong, that's fine, that you never realized or didn't think or whatever it was that Jeff was grifting for money when you were, I'm not saying you were at all.
No, I think I said this is one of the things that upset Bobby. I don't care. I don't care who grifts.
No, I'm talking about when you were on, well, not just you, but he did have other bigger creators on too to do the debate. You said that he teamed up with you guys and you all took different nights and everything. So, I mean, it's obvious to the, naked eye that he was grifting for money. That's why he was doing it.
Right, but my goal was debates, and he got me debates.
Oh, I know. That's why I said really this is not. No, I'm not. That's why I'm not involving you and saying you were. No, not at all. I'm saying, how could you not know that was his goal? Because that's what his goal was. And if you ever read
How do you know that's his goal?
Because it was because of his actions.
But his actions to me, this is why I say I don't care. But his actions to me, never once talked to me about money, not one time.
I understand that, but Jeff isn't exactly one to share.
Right, he's kind of a classic overshare. He has told me way too much about his life. I know a lot. Jeff has told me a lot of things. And again, here's. Okay, I don't. Let me just. Here's. No, I agree with you. No. Look, I agree. It's your opinion. I'm just sharing mine too. That's all I'm saying. My opinion of Jeff is that he wants attention. I think this is far less about money than it is about attention. I think Jeff wanted us on his platform for attention, and he got money off of it. And then when he got money, I'm sure he wanted to keep doing it. But I always felt like Jeff used me for attention. I never. It just didn't feel like it was about money. But even if it was about money, I still wouldn't care. Because I'm not getting any of that money that he's getting. In fact, I don't even know how much money Jeff made because you can't see. I don't know how many gifts he was getting. I've never looked at that. I don't know if he made a lot of money, a little money. I know what percentage of the money that I was paid that he got.
So there's a small percentage that goes. When you have these lives for hosting the spaces, you get a small percent. And when you guys, I don't know if people don't understand, the TikTok gifts are so small. Like this live today. We'll probably get less than $10.
Yeah.
Like $5 to $10 this live.
Dude, I think what people are doing, what they're not realizing, they think you're oblivious to the fact that Jeff was, asking for people to donate and stuff. Yes, obviously you were aware he was asking people for money. If that was his whole intention on doing it, I'm kind of speaking for you, Jay. It's not that you never said that you didn't know what he was doing. You just don't care. If that was Jeff's intention, whatever, Jeff was getting money. You were there and you're telling these people you were there for the debate, regardless of what Jeff was getting. And I've seen it before. You would get 5 times the amount of coins he would, And I know what TikTok pays. You guys weren't getting fucking rich off of it. Like they're acting like you guys are like rolling around and wiping your ass with $100 bills. For fuck's sake, you're probably getting $20.
Yeah,
like
it's
come
not a lot.
on. Like I mean, realistically, I get it. Like you're making money, but it's not that. It's not all that.
I think Casey's saying, I look, maybe this is the perspective I'm missing. Gumby, maybe this is what you're trying to say and I'm missing it. Casey is saying people are upset. They felt duped by Jeff. And maybe because I was on the platform, they donated to him because they saw his proximity to me is me saying you should trust him. Is that kind of what you're saying, Gumby?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's a fair criticism.
Obvious.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious by his actions. The fact that, you know, I'm there watching you and him being a moderator is a joke, but I'm there watching you. I'm really watching you. And I mean, it was a joke. Come on. And
hold on, who was a mod?
Him saying Jeff saying he was the moderator on his.
For the most part, he was.
I know, but I mean,
no, I know what she's saying, Jen. She's talking about moderating the debate, not moderating TikTok.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, he couldn't moderate. Never mind. Anyway, so you know, it was obvious to everyone that, you know, the fact that he would, you know, like I said, I'm there to listen to you, RTP. I'm there to listen to you, and the fact that he would interrupt you in the middle of something good, going at it with somebody, Omega, and to give me more likes, you know, I mean, that was so freaking annoying. It wasn't even funny.
That's
I mean,
not
I don't know
how
how
it
you
at all.
I don't know
this
how
is
you
me.
did.
I'm here, Huckleberry.
Hold on, Jeff. Let her finish.
I'm interrupting you.
Just let her finish real quick, Jeff.
You, by the way.
Just let her finish real quick. Thanks, Jeff.
The fact that you know, you're in the middle of some, I mean, it had to have messed with your mojo, and it was constant. It wasn't like it was once every 15 minutes. It was constant. And now that I don't know why you're not going on I don't know anything about that, why since the election you haven't been with him. But now I see, and I just stroll at night, and I see him go on lives, and he, you know, it's probably part of his personality or whatever, that, you know, how talks about how he's the most handsome, blah, blah, blah. And he says, I'm not showing my face unless you send me what's it called? A satellite or a
Galaxy?
Galaxy.
There we go.
See, that's how much I know. You know, I mean, and he means it. I mean, he means it. And I mean, so, and like I said, the constant interrupting you in the middle of your debates with, you know, something that you were talking about, something that, you know, and I'm assuming the others that were there wanted to listen to, because I do learn from you, RTP, although I think that I could probably teach you a thing or two.
I bet you're right.
Only because I'm a lot older than you, and I've been involved in politics my whole life.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Question.
Hold on real quick, Jeff. Hold on real quick.
He was constantly interrupting and he was saying, send RTP, get to RTP, that blah, blah, blah. Well, now I know that he got a piece of that.
Jeff, please. Go ahead.
Is this Jeff in here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The
but
one
now I know that,
yes.
and now I know that, you know, I didn't know that when I thought he was really trying to help you guys get RTP to 15,000, whatever. And now I find out he gets a piece of that. So, you know, it was just obvious, you know, I mean, and if you just read the comments, everyone knew it. I mean, it was get me to 10,000 likes, get me to 50,000, and we're going to kick this guy. And that's another thing.
Well,
let me kicking people in the middle of a good debate that you were having.
Well,
was really annoying.
Before Jeff gets a chance to respond, let me just say this. That's a fair criticism. All of that is fair. The one thing I will say is that if I'm on somebody else's platform, I never tell them how to operate. They can do it however they want. That's how Jeff wanted to do it. It was his platform. I would never tell somebody else how to do it. I know it bothered some people. I know there's some other people who thought it was funny, but ultimately it was his. So I understand the criticism. I think it's fair to say, like, if some people feel like I was lending credibility to Jeff's opinions, that's a fair criticism. I didn't look at it that way, but it's something to be aware of going forward in the future. So I just want to say what you say is valid, but I do want Jeff to have a chance to defend
Let me just clarify
himself.
something real quick.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying before about the rotating, getting people through. Because they're during the lives, there can be 20 people in request, so it's a way to get a rotation. All right, go ahead, Jeff.
Jeffrey,
your mic's muted, Jeff.
You got really low bars.
Which one is Jeff? I don't.
Zero to hero. We got
Oh,
another new
God.
account, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else that you wanted to add to that, Gumby, before see if we get Jeff back?
No, just that that's my take on it. I was there for you. To have to deal with him was very annoying to me. Maybe I'm being a pain. I don't know, but it like I said, I was there for you, but also since, like I said, I've seen him go on lives as a guest since the election, and he does basically the same thing there. But also, I've seen there was a girl on here earlier that was saying some stuff that I totally agreed with. Never mind, I'm not going to tell you that. But, well, I mean, I would, but then you'd say, don't bring that up. And, so I
appreciate
this
that.
is what I do for a living. But some concerning things I've seen from him since the election on other lives, and lives that he's actually hosted. He hosts his own lives now.
We're gonna let Jeff respond now.
Ma'am, I've always hosted my own lives, even before I went live with RTP when I was a Republican. So I don't nothing about literally zero has changed about me. And yeah, I mean, look, if you do want me to turn my camera on, it's not going to be cheap. Okay,
stupid, so stupid.
Jeff, just talk.
But yeah, no, I've been listening, and honestly, I wasn't going to come up here. I was going to let you guys do your thing. But I mean, people are going to talk about me. Then I'll do what Bobby can't do, apparently, defend himself. But yeah, anyway, I'm kind of just like, and as far as that, the one thing I didn't like was the veteran thing that they said about me, and the reason we were getting into that kind of heated argument is because of what they were saying to me. If anybody wants to take a look at that again. Their insults talking about my mother and my relatives, about, having, explicit nature of wanting to do things with them. I think that's not very appropriate. So don't get upset if somebody claps back. Like, hello. And yeah, of course I'm going to clap back. Like, that's like, I just match energy with energy. And it's so funny. Like, they think it's so one-sided about me. Like, I'm an angry person or whatever. Like I just match energy with energy. I always go into everybody's lives as nice as I can, but it starts to get ugly when they start to get ugly. So anywho, I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, no guys, for anybody if you guys say I was grifting, guys, I never really asked for money. It wasn't really me asking. It was me just like setting goals and then the people following through with what they wanted to do. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if you will notice, and maybe it's just me being like, quote unquote, a narcissist or whatever, I did notice a lot of other people started to do kind of the same thing, especially with the likes and the way that they run the live and stuff like that. Like, but as far as taking money to kick people, oh no, I didn't come up with that. I've watched many creators do that. I just did it in a way that was fun and, try to be as entertaining as I can with it. And guys, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not going to be here for free. Like, if people want to send me money, that is the name of the game. We don't just sit up here and look pretty for nothing, right? Like, this is the nature of the beast. It's called transfer of energy, and you pay us or hit the like button. It didn't have to be money, or you're sitting here, taking your time watching us, which is also a form of like monetary, value. So. I think I did a pretty good job of it all in all. I get why people are upset at me. And by the way, I'm not like saying I've gone full MAGA. Like, that's not what's happened. If anything, I'm now kind of like being in the middle and I'm critiquing both sides. And ultimately, go ahead.
Your obsession with Dean and Parker and them is really ridiculous. I mean, It's really ridiculous. My one thing on this app since I've been on is those boys are targeted like I've never seen before. Like, I mean, yes, they're young. They're very young. But I've listened. I've never listened to a full live, that's for sure. But I listen here and there, not long. But leave them alone. Leave them alone. Why is everybody so obsessed
you don't know
with
the whole
those
backstory
boys?
then. I'm not obsessed with anybody, believe me.
Yes, you are. You had what's his name as your profile pic or whatever the other day. You are obsessed with them. You're not the only one. Older millennial is obsessed with them. You guys
are you talking about my background?
You guys are obsessed
I heard you
with
the
those
first time.
boys. Leave them alone.
Ma'am, I
are
heard you the
our
first time.
future.
I got it. Okay, I hope not, but yeah, they're going to be some type of future for sure. But yeah, I mean, they're all right, and I'm not going to host lives about them in my background. But I mean, look, I was a little bit perturbed with their. I mean, they have to like understand that they do have a big platform, they have a big responsibility, and and it wasn't like I wasn't like cussing them out or trying to like DOX them or anything silly like that. Just hosting a live, wanted to have, and by the way, it worked because Dean definitely came and we debated for a few minutes. But yeah, and I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Stupid.
But anyway, guys, I just want to say, like, if I hurt anybody's feelings, and I'm not perfect. I've definitely said some things. Like, I agree. Like, believe me. And for that, I do apologize. But for nothing, for being myself, for the thing, who I will be and always will be, my personality, my character, who I am, that's never going to change. Do I have some work to do personally in my own life? Probably not, but yes, of course I do. But
Jeff, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I made you a moderator for my lives in the understanding that you were still on our side. I'm not even sure where you're at this point.
Why did you moderate me? Damn, I didn't know that. I got to go back and start blocking people.
Okay, well now you're telling the bold-faced lie because you were muting anti-Trumpers in my live, and I just wanted to know why.
In your way? Oh, wait. Are you the Republican or the Democrat? I'm confusing. There's two. No, you're the Democrat, right?
Dude, I'm the Marine that you and I have had conversations.
No, I know. There's two Marines though, and you're both really jacked. And I get you guys confused. One's a Republican, one's a Democrat. No, dude. I'm to this day, I promise you, I've never moderated for you ever. For nobody.
Jeff,
I don't
you
do
were
that.
in my live. I saw you muting the people on my live. My wife did too.
Well,
my wife did too.
Dude, do you think I'm lying? Like, I'm telling you, if I did, I honestly don't remember. How long ago was that?
A couple weeks ago.
And
I'm just like, here's the thing. I like you. I liked how you worked with Jay and all that kind of stuff. But I was genuinely curious why you were muting anti-Trumpers in my life. I had two moderators. You and my wife.
But brother,
and I know my wife was
I fully. And if I did that, I must have not. I must not have been like. I must have been like sleepwalking or something. I have no recollection of this. Like, what time of the day was that?
I got so many complaints from friends in my live that you were doing that over and over and over.
I've never done that. I'm not. Show me right now where I was a moderator.
I can't show you the screen roll where you were doing. Like, in the big scheme of things, is it a huge deal? But I'm kind of questioning your authenticity.
I know it's not a huge deal.
I'm questioning your authenticity on what side of the political spectrum that you fall on. Because
I'm going to change my name. I'm going to change my name to Authentic after this, okay? Because believe me.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. Jen, you got control here. I got to go. I left a drink in the freezer. I'll be right back.
Well, hurry back because VHS finally requested me here.
Okay, I'll be back just a second.
Welcome, VHS.
Yeah. So real fast,
but,
I understand if
that wasn't me, but
if there was something like that happen, only thing you can do is unmod him. Sometimes people will give people mod powers, and if he was muting people, that can be frustrating. So I would just unmod him. That's all you can do. All right. Before we get to Jay gets back, Pro, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I can't contribute to this conversation because it sounds like it's a personal conversation. So I don't know the people you're talking about. So I'm just kind of exercising my listening skills. But thank you for.
Okay. Well, if there's anything that you comes up that you want to speak on, send a request back and we'll bring it back up.
Okay. Thank you, Jen.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's see. Nicole.
Yeah, I guess I wanted to add when it came to like RTP and Jeff's live, like I don't know if y'all follow his YouTube page, but it literally says when he goes on to Jeff's lives into the wild, right? So like it's literally him like leaving his platform of like his news platform where we all sit and we watch and we get informed and we hear these debates and all that. And he's going into Jeff's lives literally like, okay, this hat's coming off. I'm putting my other hat on. I'm going into this live this way, right? So I feel like that really clearly says what's going on, right? Like this is not, I think anyone who's going to get upset about money on here, like maybe people in the chat need to remind, like, you don't have to give, like you don't have to give anything. Tap, 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 share the live, like you don't have to give money, folks. Like, and I think that's all I have to say with that. Like, I think, Jeff, people care about you. People are worried. And that's really all that is. And I think RTP, when it came to like you after the election no longer being in that space, I think regardless of what you chose or whatever in your opinions, like I think people felt abandoned in some way. And that's just their feeling. And like, like you have this presence on this space. People respect you. They stand you. You know what I mean? Like it just happens. And I think when things change, people have a hard time without explanation moving on. And some of that happens. But yeah, and I think with Jeff, people are just concerned. They're concerned, bro. Like, it was a hard loss. We all felt it. It looks like it's a little more difficult the way you're handling it. And I think people just are having a hard time watching it. And
I think I'm handling it. I don't know what you mean. I mean, okay, I agree with 99% what you just said. I think I'm handling it quite well. Literally nothing about me is. I don't see what you mean. Like what's me being up late at night having a little bit of fun?
Jeff, I came up and I chatted with you the other night.
Was that?
I came and chatted with you the other night.
Oh yeah, that was.
I mean, I get it. You kind of do this live hopping back and forth. And it at some point people will kick you and get more upset as time goes. And sometimes it does come into it doesn't, whether you're having some drinks. I mean, after work, people like to wind down. We all get that, but sometimes it comes across that it's maybe not the best outlet. You seem to be and it gets worse because other people will kick you off, and your mood gets way more frustrated. And you say a lot of things that I don't necessarily know if you would say if you.
Oh, I get wound up. That's for sure.
But
I get going like a 300-pound spring.
Yeah. Well, so VHS is up here, so we want to give him a chance to speak because he had a lot to say about.
I think I'm going to drop
stuff.
down. I mean, unless it's about me, but I think I'm good. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. Have a great day.
See you, Jeff.
Thank you for bringing the truth, and that's really what matters. So.
All right, VHS, the floor is yours, my friend.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Actually, I was a long-time follower. If you check my my team membership, it was like, what was it, November of 2023, and I actually came on your live and we had a good conversation, and I was singing your praises. So I just want to start off with that.
Okay. Thank you.
When it comes to when it comes to Bobby and this whole thing, when it comes to HVAC, I think he's like a greasy, deplorable dude. Just right off the bat. Never liked him. He was like the fuckboy of TikTok for a long time. I've had to follow, or I'm not following him around, but I've had to listen to his bullshit for years, or for a year at least. And basically, it was disappointing to see that, because I ducked out right away the second he came on to started hosting with you, and it wasn't really much against you. And when Bobby's talking about this grifting, he might be talking monetary, but I'm not talking monetary grifting. I'm talking like just the principle of just having that shit stain on your fucking live. For me was like, I couldn't handle it. So I fucked off. And joining Bobby's live, he knows a lot about the border, and like I follow all of the the rounds. Parker Dean, Chris, even Tommy, Jaden, all the people. And I'm a small time creator on TikTok. I don't want to rattle the cage too much, but I already have. When I stream, I only stream like I play retro games and I stream it, but just because of my outspokenness in certain lives, left-leaning lives, I have a lot of MAGA and conservatives in my live trying to take it down and spamming and stuff like that. So that's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Now, I don't know your full thing with Bobby. We've talked outside of TikTok about things, but not particularly your situation, other than the fact that all I know is that HVAC was on your live and I fucking left, and that was it.
I was on his live.
Or sorry, your live. Oh, you were on his live. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
So that's my situation and my perspective. The chat may not like me. I'm chill. I'm here for a conversation, but I would like to see your perspective and what I've said so far.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with any of that, but that I don't. That's not what Bobby's perspective is.
And
Right.
we went back and forth in comments the last handful of days, and you had called Jay a grifter amongst other things. I mean, you had made a lot of claims that Jay was doing different things to get over on the Democrats. What's your...
Sorry, say that again.
You and I went back and forth before Bobby muted my main account on his live 2 nights ago.
Okay.
Then I went back on another account because I do that. But you were calling Jay all kinds of things. You're discounting what he was trying to do. You were saying he's not on the left. I mean, you had a lot of things to say about Jay.
That's my outrage with because for me, I can't fathom that anybody would not see that he was fucking around. I don't know how.
Why do you care?
See it.
Why do you? No, I did see it. I was messaging Jen about it the whole time. I don't tell other people how to run their lives or how to interact online. It seems like you guys are all upset with me because you didn't like Jeff. Turn it the fuck off. Don't watch it.
Yeah, I know, but why was he up on your live?
He wasn't on my live. Not one time. Jen, please.
No, just now.
Let me do this.
Just now.
Because
Just
people
now.
were talking about him, and when people are being talked about, I allow them to defend themselves. I don't host lives and then boot the people who are being talked about. If Jeff's being talked about, he deserves to defend himself.
Right. Well, he has his own live for that.
And on my live, if somebody's being talked about and they want to come up, they get to defend themselves. Is that not the right thing to do?
It's too cozy.
Wait, so your whole issue, you just don't like Jeff, and you don't want anybody to like Jeff. And so you're upset when anybody else likes Jeff.
I don't like people associated with him.
Okay, well, cool. Stay in your echo chamber then.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, but you do recognize now, after watching all of this, that Bobby literally doesn't have anything on me other than I worked with Jeff, that I went on Jeff's lives. That's it. Don't you think that's a crazy thing for him to be hosting lives about repeatedly and smearing my name over and over and calling me a grifter? You saw the messages. Did you see the messages where he hinted that he's done a background check on me? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about that?
Well, I'm not defending.
I'm not asking you to defend him. I'm asking you what you think about that.
What do I think about that? Well,
he's also mentioned on his live that I've got a history. He said
doxed too.
He said specific. So have I, bud. So have I.
He's been doxed.
Not by me and not by my people. So why is he coming at me?
That's what he's claimed.
He's claiming that I doxed him?
No, that people.
Yeah, but not me.
Well, people associated with you.
Who?
Oh, I don't know.
Who's associated with me? Jen. And Felice was associated with me before. You know how many? There's like 5 people that have my phone number that have spoken to me outside of TikTok. My circle is very, very small.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, my beef was with your association with HVAC.
Great. And do you feel like that's Bobby's beef then too?
That's yeah. I don't know about the Crow situation because I think I remember following Crow for a bit, but I ended up unfollowing him for some reason. I don't know why, or he fell off of TikTok.
Okay.
So
Well, I just have an issue with Bobby lying about people, and it feels like he's trying to get clout because he hosted a live about it.
Bobby's issue was that he wasn't brought up one night you guys were debating together.
Oh, yeah, let's ask that, VHS.
That's-
Right.
Multiple times he requested to join Jeff's live. If he had such a problem with it, why was he requesting to and then throwing a fit when Jeff didn't bring him up?
Probably to rip into Jeff.
Oh, okay. So doesn't it seem a little bit like what Bobby got upset about is that he felt entitled to somebody else's platform and he didn't get on that platform. So instead of doing the normal thing and just moving on, he decided to attack me because I was on the place he wanted to be. It feels like jealousy a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that TikTok is, I don't know if we act the same on TikTok.
I know, but I don't think you act the same now either. See, you're willing to criticize me in Bobby's live and in these chats right now. But every time I point out Bobby's behavior, you just change the subject. No, let's talk about it. I want to talk about why there are people like yourself who have spent the last 2.5 hours in here telling me that I was a grifter. And then now that we're face to face, you don't want to do it. Is it because I'm not a grifter?
Having HVAC on here again is fucking wild, and yeah, you are grifting if you have that guy up here.
All right.
Like, why? I don't even know why you would even. I don't even know why you would even associate with him or even give him a platform.
I just explained why. I just explained why. Why did I let Jeff up here?
Yes, to defend himself.
Correct.
He can do that on his own.
He can also, and I don't allow people to be talked about if they don't get a chance to defend themselves.
That's what you do for a bro or a friend.
No, it's what I do for everybody because I'm not.
No.
Excuse me. I'm doing it for you. You're on my platform after spending 3 days.
I don't want to hear that.
You've been trashing me for 3 days, and you're up here so that you can defend yourself.
No, I don't want to hear that fuckwad. And
I don't give a fuck. You want to talk to me or you want to complain about Jeff some more?
It's okay. He's already followed me.
Oh, yeah, he's in your head, man. That boy owns a large.
He's got a complex too.
That you've got a complex. You're up here complaining about another man.
You wanted me up here.
You got to. Well, because you were talking about me, and now that you're up here, all you want to talk about is Jeff.
I came in because I saw Bobby's picture. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You know what this was about. You know what this was about. You know what this was about.
I didn't know about the monetary thing with Bobby. Okay, I think you might be misconstruing because he's about, like he said in his live, he's all about integrity.
He's the most dishonest person on this fucking app. He's lying about me. How can you be about integrity while lying about me? He said repeatedly that I was under Crow's umbrella. He said repeatedly that I was involved in Crow's business when Crow put up pictures of him. It's not true. And he's already apologized to me about this 6 months ago. He already apologized for this, and he's back at it with the same lie.
I'm sorry, RTP. My beef is with Jeff.
Well, then why are you talking to me?
Can I ask a question,
No,
Jay?
because you're part of it, bro.
What is the beef with Jeff? This is my question.
No.
So you guys are the whole.
You guys are still
the whole
bros,
problem,
right?
Wait, hold
No.
on.
No,
Listen,
hold on.
I need a real question though. Like, I want to understand what the whole problem with Jeff is. So Jeff pretended to be a Democrat and is now a Republican. That
No, he was a
correlates
Republican
to you. Wait,
before.
hold on. Let me finish though. So he was a Republican. He supposedly turned Democrat to grift people, and now he's a Republican again. Like, you guys are literally acting like this guy.
So you're like,
hurt
and you're laughing
somebody.
and joking with them. That's fucking wild.
But you're acting like he hurt somebody. My question is what is the
He
big
has
deal?
been.
Jeff is still a
Like-
human being. He's never done anything to you. He's never done anything to Bobby. He's never done anything to anyone except for what. If you guys want to
He's
call him a
con-
grifter,
okay.
cool.
Okay,
Cool.
I'll
He's a
listen.
grifter,
No.
whatever. Cool. Fine. Cool. He's a grifter. But like, he didn't go out and unalive someone. He didn't go out. He didn't rape someone. He didn't do any
That-
of these things.
that's the
And like, you
standard.
guys are acting like he's the worst
That's
person
not
in
the
the
standard.
entire world.
No,
If you
no,
don't
no,
like
no.
Jeff, then don't watch Jeff.
No.
Period.
Lefty, their feelings are hurt. Their feelings are hurt.
What's the beef?
Hold on. Let him respond. Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, my beef with Jeff is that, and with the people who support him, is that Jeff has been spewing right-wing bullshit for a fucking year, and quite frankly, but pulling people over to the Republican side, and then at the last minute, he's thinking, "Oh shit, Kamala might win." So I'm going to switch sides, grift a bit, and then the second that they don't, I'm going to flip back over and throw it in Dean and Parker's face. Have you seen those videos?
Hold on.
That's disingenuous,
Real quick,
VHS.
Just real quick.
Disingenuous.
Just real
yes.
quick. VHS, how do you like, have you talked to Political Mom? Have you talked to Felice?
I haven't talked to Felice.
Okay. Have you talked to Political Mom?
No, I don't usually.
Okay. Well, then you don't really.
come
Then
on
see
live.
what you're doing right now is you're making this assumption about Jeff. You're wrong. You're wrong about Jeff. Frankly,
about-
let me tell.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? You know what moved Jeff left? Do you have any idea?
What moved Jeff left?
He got Political Mom and Felice changed his opinion on the rights of LGBTQ people and on abortion, and he still holds both of those positions.
But he's Republican again.
He's not
a
Republican. That's the
Republican.
whole
He's
thing.
not.
He's a moderate.
Please, guys, he's not a Republican. Jeff has never, and Jeff, whether he said he was going to vote for Kamala, but the big thing is, like, bro, you're an adult. If you don't like Jeff, change the channel. Change the live. Go somewhere else. But my issue with you is you've spent 3 days dogging me, and again, you're back up here, and all you have
were in the chat,
and all you
and
have
you
to
were-
say.
yep.
No, it was a live that was.
And I was just
it was
chilling
a
with Bobby.
live that was being held about me. And you've been dogging me in that chat and to me for 3 days, and you have your opportunity and you show up to talk about Jeff. And all I'm saying is I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I think that there are people that I have turned off, and you seem to be one of them. But now it looks an awful lot like what you got turned off by is that I don't just automatically reject somebody based on their political
He's still
ideologies. Like
Republican.
I go across the aisle and I'll try and find common ground. I want to do anything I can to move that Overton window more to the left.
You're
And what
more
you and Bobby
center.
are doing are
Yeah.
gatekeeping the left right now and saying we can't interact with anybody else. We can't interact with people who are a little bit different than us. I just have a different approach. If you guys want to host left-wing echo chambers, do it. I've never said shit about any of you.
What's your opinion on Parker and Dean?
I like Parker and Dean.
But Parker came into Bobby's live and was trying to fucking dog.
I don't care.
HVAC.
I don't care.
But that's not Jay, though. This is
Hold on. I don't
Yeah,
care.
but you're
hold on, guys, hold on.
associating
Hold
with
on. Hold on.
fucking
I
HVAC.
don't. If Parker doesn't like HVAC, Parker should say I don't like HVAC, just like he did. Same
He
with
always
Dean.
has.
I don't
He
care.
never bought into
why
it.
do you want everybody to
Neither
share
did
your
Dean.
opinion? Why do you want
Neither did
everyone?
anybody
Well,
fucking. Most
listen,
people
I'm
didn't.
friends with Parker and Dean. Okay, like
I
we're
know you
good.
are.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I'm sure you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're all honest with each other.
Yeah, for sure.
You just
Yeah,
look. I think you're just sensitive about Jeff, and I think Bobby is too, which is why Bobby's not up here, and which is why when you got up here, you didn't have anything to say, and it's also why we're hosting this live because we want to give you guys the opportunity to say something. And every time one of you gets the opportunity to say something about me, you talk about Jeff. So is it possible, VHS, that maybe, just maybe, Bobby is making shit up about me because he's mad at Jeff?
Bobby's making shit up about you because he's mad at Jeff.
Well, he made up the part about me and Crow running a business together. He made that up. That's not real.
Well, I don't know anything about that shit, man.
Well, Crow was up here earlier,
But he did
so
make it
Crow
up.
proved it.
But he did make that up. I
That
am,
and
and
then why-
'cause Bobby
why
is saying it
the
out
shows
loud.
aren't held together.
Hold on.
Why
Joe,
should I
please.
take your word over Bobby's?
Bobby said. Why should you take my word about who I worked with
When you're-
over
when you're- when you're
over
schmoozing with
Bobby's?
fucking HVAC,
Why
bro.
should you take my word over who I worked with over Bobby? The two people involved in that relationship, that working relationship, were me and Crow, and both of us have said that didn't happen.
Right. It's
You want
kind
to
of a
talk to
bias.
Fee? Fee's in here. Fee can
Not
talk about the
bias.
negotiations. You want to talk to Jen? Jen saw the negotiations. Why don't you message Felice? Why don't you message Felice and ask her about why Crow stopped working with us? And then now Bobby's saying things like, "Oh, this is why Felice left." Do you remember when he said, "This is why Felice stopped working with Jay"?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Well,
I
it's
don't
not.
know.
Guess
I'd have
what?
to ask her.
Spoiler alert, it's not. And he doesn't know.
No, I'd have to ask Felice.
Yeah, or you could ask the other people involved, which are me and Jen. You have no idea what happened there.
Well,
but
I
you
don't
have no.
trust
See,
you,
you're
bro.
mad at me. Bobby's lying about me repeatedly, and he's trying to create this division. Bobby's trying to get everybody who doesn't like Jeff on his side, and he's doing it by going after me. And then he's trying to cause division between me and Felice, which is silly. The reason Felice and I haven't talked about that is because it's not anybody's goddamn business. And I know that Felice hasn't talked about it with Bobby because, spoiler alert, she doesn't like him either.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the guy. Do you know that? Like the women on this app, if they all say don't deal with Bobby. The women I work with, which by the way, all my moderators are women, they don't want to work with Bobby, and either did Felice. And that's why Bobby wasn't. That's why Bobby didn't come up on our when we had Border Patrol stuff. That's why we got Rolo instead of Bobby. Is because women think Bobby's a creep.
In what way?
I don't know. Ask them.
That's kind of a weird
Pretty
bias.
misogynistic, the things
That's
he
kinda
says.
like,
He calls
trust me,
people to
bro.
shut up. He calls them bitches.
Right.
He's pretty foul.
He's entitled.
Doesn't
He's
call
pretty
women
entailed.
bitches.
Yeah, he did it to me the other
thinks that
night.
he thinks that he's entitled to something and he's not. Like he's not, and that's why people let him sit in the requests, and he gets mad and throws tantrums every time he's sitting in the request and somebody doesn't bring him up. He gets mad at the creator and he talks shit to them. So yeah, he thinks he's entitled to stuff, and that's the problem here. And this is all very high school drama-ish, and this isn't the first time that Bobby's been involved in drama. When I first got on this app, he was involved in drama because he doxed somebody online, and they confronted him about it, and he lied and said he didn't do it, but there was proof that he did. So like, this isn't the first time that Bobby's been involved in drama, but yet here you are sitting on a panel with two people who've never been involved in drama, telling them you don't believe them over somebody who does this on a regular basis. So
Well, that
make it
shit
make
I don't
sense.
know about. That I can't comment on stuff that I do not know about.
You didn't have a problem commenting on it earlier. You didn't have a problem. You didn't have a problem smearing me earlier. You didn't have a problem talking shit to me earlier. But you have all of your facts wrong. All of them. Everything you've said so far. This is the middle of my sentence. Then it's your turn. By the way, Lefty Eric, it sounds like you went after Barrister too, who was like one of the most loved people. It sounds like what you're doing and Bobby is you're just trying to and now this actually makes more sense. It sounds like you guys are just going after everybody because nobody really likes you very much. And maybe the reason they don't like you is because you keep lying about people.
Right. Am I lying about your...
You lied about me.
How?
You said I was grifting.
You were grifting with fucking HVAC, bro.
Did you ever see me ask for money?
That's rich.
How would you grift without asking for money?
The definition of that word.
That's
no. How would
rich,
you do it? How would you grift without asking for money? By the way, I make way less money. I make less money. I make less. I make less money working with Jeff than doing it on my own.
I'm not talking about the money side.
Jen, why did I go to Jeff?
The whole thing with grifting is the implication that it's money.
Okay, so
use a different word. If you want, if you have another issue with him, use a different word that actually describes it.
I'm trying to figure
correctly.
out a different word. Moral grifting.
Well, let's figure it out because I have a bigger following than Jeff. I'd make more money on my own than I do with Jeff.
Yeah, for sure.
So
No,
what am I
it's not-
using? What am I grifting for? What am I using Jeff for?
Oh, he has a pipeline to Mega.
Exactly. And I wanted to debate people. And so Jeff gave me access to people to debate.
Yeah.
And that's grifting?
Well, he's not a Democrat, bro.
Either he never said he was a Democrat and I didn't care if he was a Democrat.
So you're using like the shit rhetoric.
No, I'm using I just told you what I was doing. I just told you.
No.
Why are you going backwards now? I just told you exactly why I was working with him. Exactly.
He collected from what he did is he grifted a bunch of MAGA for his following.
I don't
And
care.
what you did is you fed off of that grift.
Correct.
You understand me? It's not
debates.
an honest.
For
it's not an
debates.
honest way of doing,
Why?
in my opinion, doing a fucking live.
Why?
No, it's stupid, dude.
Why?
Because he was also fooling people on the left and honestly not myself, but you
Oh,
knew
yeah,
that.
you knew.
Knew that though. You knew he was
Who
fooling
made you
people.
and Bobby the spokesperson for the left? I'm confused about this. Who made you and Bobby the spokesperson
We're
for the
not.
Democrats? But you
We're
sound
not.
like it. Like you're mad at someone else because they supposedly grifted Democrats as a
Because it's
whole. But
all.
like, who put you in charge of that?
It's
Yeah,
the. It's
that's
your.
exactly no, that's exactly what it was. It's because Bobby has his whole beef that he warned everyone. He told everyone these people are this way, and they didn't believe him. He said he told them a long time ago, and how dare anyone not believe what Bobby says? That's what it is. He's not important, and so he's upset. Point blank. Period.
Clueman
You
did
don't like Jeff? Don't watch him.
Clueman did this too. Clueman had to apologize. This is you're now the third person who comes up here and you're like, hey, I want an audience, and I'm mad that you're getting an audience in a different way. Be mad. But I debated MAGA all the time. And by the way, those videos also did really well on YouTube, which means that across platform, people were hearing debate. I believe in debate. I don't care how somebody comes to me to debate. I don't care. I believe in debate, and I wanted debate, and that's exactly what we did. And it sounds like you're just kind of salty about that.
You're muted because you were over talking me, so you have to unmute your mic.
I just don't think it's honest, man.
I'm telling you what I did. How's it not honest? You don't like it. You can say that. I've been honest since the start. I'm being honest now. That's why I did it. You just don't like it. And that's okay. You don't have to like it. But you still that doesn't give Bobby the right to get up there and lie about me. And why are you following him? Why are you defending him? Because you're fucking lonely. And you guys have all been sent to a corner where nobody wants to be around you anymore. So you're taking shots at everybody else. Everybody in the chat's like, oh, this is Lefty Eric? Oh, seems like you had to change your name because people were sick of you.
Who, me?
That's what they're saying. Are you not Lefty Eric?
No.
Oh, okay.
Giving my name a bad name. Jesus.
Well, do you have anything? I think maybe. I mean, he's beating a dead horse. He doesn't care. He believes what Bobby says. Bobby has no evidence of anything.
No. I don't. No, let's cut Bobby out of it. Completely 100%. I never even met Bobby. Just the fact that you associate with HVAC.
You spent 3 days defending him. Sorry, this doesn't resonate with me.
I just happened to be in his live, man.
No, you were defending him and you were agreeing with him that what I was doing was wrong.
Yeah, because when you are hosting, or if you're in his live and he's posing as a fucking Democrat.
He was a moderator. He wasn't posing as a Democrat. He was a moderator.
But what?
He was. Did you see him debating? Was he debating, or was it me versus somebody else?
Bro, I have seen him
with me. I'm talking about with me
by himself.
With me. Was he debating with me, or was I doing it?
Both, because I've seen him do. Yes.
Both?
No.
Or was it me?
No,
it was me. Let's be honest
now.
You
were
it
on
was me.
his live.
Yes.
You were on his live.
Scheduled on Tuesdays and Fridays, and the live was they could debate me.
Yeah, but why would you even be on? No.
Get debates.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
to get debates. Not just that's the problem. I just
the problem is that I was getting debates.
You're too chummy with them, man.
Oh, I'm sorry that I'm nice to
Jay,
people.
This guy
I'm
sucks.
sorry.
Like, this guy sucks. Just there's no.
No,
point.
let him keep saying it. No, it's
dumb.
good. It's good because this is the one person defending Bobby. The one person still
ridiculous.
can't figure out a way that I did something wrong. This is good. This is good.
You're just too chummy with HVAC, man.
Well, but look, I like HVAC a lot better than I like you. You're like hanging out with a rock in your shoe, dude. You are just a whiner. I don't want people to interact with people who think differently than I do. Grow up, man.
It's not just that, bro.
What is it then?
He said some fuck shit, man.
So did Bobby.
Oh,
and you're hanging around with Bobby.
Fuck, man. And the beliefs?
The beliefs?
All right, man.
All right.
So VHS, let me ask you something. So let's just say hypothetically, he comes onto my live, right? And hold on, he comes onto my live or anybody else's live just to debate, and we turn off the coins where nobody can gift. Would that still be grifting?
No, like I said, I'm not talking about the monetary side of it, because
that's what grifting is, dude.
Oh my God!
It's like saying, you're all about the money. Well, I didn't get any money. I'm not talking about the monetary side.
What do you want to call it? Like,
that's what grifting is. You're mad about association.
Yeah, sure.
You're mad that
that's more
people
like
are friendly
no,
towards
you're right.
Jeff. Period.
You're right.
That's
You're
it.
right.
And this
Yeah.
this is when
Association.
Jeff says this is why we lost. This is one of the times Jeff's right. We lose because of people like you. You gatekeep who we have discussions with. And you know what? If we don't ever discuss things with people who have disgusting views, we won't have any debates. It'll just be a bunch of echo chambers.
No, what you were doing wasn't really discussion.
It was debate. It wasn't discussion. It was a debate.
Yeah, like it wasn't even debate, bro.
Listen, I'm glad that you're so good at this, and I'm glad it sounds like you've got your own platform. Good at it, then just host your own, and I'm sure you'll do great.
No, I'm a shit creator. It's all good.
No,
man.
I think it's because you're kind of a shitty person.
You don't know much. Well, that's
Everything I know about you is that if
This is
people
what
don't
happened.
think like you think, you want
This
them
is what
canceled.
happened.
And this
No.
is why
Hold on,
we don't
RTP,
want
can I-
this is why we don't want these as left-leaning voices. We don't want left voices that say if you don't fall in
You're in the
line, you
center.
don't get a voice anymore.
You're center or center right almost, I'd say.
Bro,
Hey,
shut the
VHS,
fuck up. I'm not center right.
You're defending
Yeah,
a
it sounds
man.
like it, because
hey,
you're
VHS.
or you're just
VHS. Like, do you need to go back to beta? Be quiet a minute. For fuck's sake. The last time that I spoke to Crow was probably about 7 or 8 months ago, right before you left. Is that right, Crow?
Yeah, that's about right, Nikki.
Okay. Am I right that when Bobby went after me or went after you, he went through me to do it?
Yeah, he went through several creators to do it. He even embedded himself in RTP's Discord to get at me. Like there was a lot of shady shit going on to do what he did, and it just it's what it is. As far as my business up here, I just want to clear this for the last time. Jay and I never went into business together.
No, you didn't go in with Steve. Facts don't matter either. Or political mom.
Correct. I hosted their merch, and I took a percentage of the sales.
And at the end of it, you actually had them on separate websites. They weren't even all together on the same website. Just for the record. Correct.
Yeah, I charged them exactly what I said I would charge. I sent out an agreement. They knew what the percentage was. Everybody got everything they were supposed to get. That was everything that happened there. There was nothing else. When me, Jay, and Felice were working together on this app, we had a disagreement. We ended up going our separate ways. By the end of it, it was amicable. I still follow Felice. I still follow Jay. I've continued to have communication with them. They had to do what they had to do. I had to do what I had to do. There's no hard feelings there whatsoever. There's no grifting whatsoever. And Bobby keeps on bringing this up that somehow me and Jay were in business together. I own the business. It was my merch business. Mine. I own it. I still own it to this day. It's still up to this day. It's changed. It's different. But it is not. I have nothing to do with Jay whatsoever as far as merch anymore. I have nothing to do with Jay's platform. The only reason I'm here right now is because Jay is my friend. He's been nothing but good to me. And I don't think it's fair that he's getting dragged through the mud with anything that I've done on this app or anything that I've done. Period.
VHS, I just want you to know that you're defending somebody and you're saying that he's a good person. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, I am one of the ones he threatened. I am one of the ones he doxed. And I've got proof of it. So you're up here defending him. He defends MAGA Granny and Clue Man, who has gone after all of us multiple times, and it went after me and Jen. So you're defending him, and you don't know what you're defending. If you don't like RTP for going on Jeff's platform, look, personally, I think Jeff's a piece of shit. I've been telling everybody that since the beginning. You want to know what I did? I grew a fucking pear and I scrolled out, or I see it. It's a very easy thing.
Yeah,
be fucking for real.
I did. I fucking.
Oh, good. Then why are you up here, bitch? Hey, Jay.
You just came.
I don't like the fact that you're wearing that hat today. I think it fucking sucks. And I think you need to take it off because I'm a grown up and I don't know how to fucking do that. Oh, and Chris, your hat too. Like, I mean, be for fucking real. If you're an adult, scroll.
Is Nikki anti-hat? This feels very anti-hat.
Fuck no, I'm not anti-hat. I put a ponytail and a hat, and my hair is never down. Hell no. But I mean, who are you to come up here? Look, I am not pro anybody. You can ask anybody in here. I have not been in this room. I have left Discords. I am done with like all of this shit. But for you to fucking come up here and defend somebody who I watched go after the BIPOC community, the LGBT community, the like everybody, and I watched it with my own eyes, and then he went after me and other people I care about, and you're going to be up here defending him? You need help. If you don't like it, be a grown-up and unfollow people. Fucking seriously.
Like, he honest. So now what's going to happen is Bobby's going to take this recording and he's going to post it that we're all kind of big hats.
I just got a violation.
Yeah, I saw that. Sorry, Nikki's got to go. It's probably because of the hat slander.
Chris has been up here, tattooed up here. They haven't really spoken. Are we done with VHS? I feel it's going nowhere.
Yeah, if you have anything you want to add before you go, VHS, feel free. No.
Bye. Chris.
Bye.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on? I thought you guys were chopping up politics today. I kind of just sat here quiet. I was like, oh snap, what's going on?
Yeah, we were gonna.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you kind of reset the topic, but yeah.
No, we'll finish. We'll probably. I mean, it's 1:00. We'll finish up here soon. I don't think we're gonna do politics today. Anybody else have anything they want to say?
Chris, if you're wanting like a politics debate, it'd be probably better to come back Monday because he'll be wrapping up here soon.
Why don't you go live, and when we're done, we'll send everybody to you. Are you gonna go live today?
I went live this morning. I'm just gonna go hang out with my mom after this.
Oh,
right now, but
that's adorable.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything to say?
Machu, do you want to?
Yeah. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
I'm going to tell you what, like, okay. This is the most high school, middle school bullshit I've ever been seeing right now. And I started following you, seems like a long time ago. Our first conversation was about ACAB. And I've always enjoyed listening to you, but Jeff and I have been on your live before together. I absolutely abhor him. I cannot stand him. And even through all of the bullshit, I saw what you were doing with him, and I was like, Jay, you're a good human, man. I'm not saying Jeff, well, yeah, I am saying Jeff is a terrible human, but I think at his core, he just needs a lot of therapy, and Jeff just didn't get a lot of like attaboys from his mom, and like just doesn't get enough attention, which is why he co-opted you. In the tattoo world, we call people like that culture vultures, And so then I started seeing, I was like, the moderate debater, who the F is this? And then I said, because I would get a ping, not because I was playing him, because I was playing you. And then I realized it was Jeff. And I was like, man, Jay, why are you doing this with him? But I understood why you were doing it. And I really, I hate it. I could only stay in those lives for like maybe like 10 minutes. As much as I love listening to you, I would prefer to listen to you on your own platform. I don't want to listen to you I don't want to listen to you on Jeff's platform, because I could not stand the way he was using you for his own bottom line. You know what I mean? So I was like just disappointed in that, because I'm like, but you have to be able to talk to these people in these spaces. I think that Jeff has a lot of growing to do, and I just look at him as an injured little boy. And I appreciate you trying, and I can't even believe I'm listening to all the people coming up here. And like, I don't know who this Bobby guy is, but I don't want to know who this Bobby guy is. And I just hope you keep doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate it.
You do a really great job.
Thank you.
And I've been in my own state of whatever since this election. And
this state of whatever is exactly right.
Literally, like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't, what can we do, right? I cleaned out my garage. I've organized my entire home just because I am not, did anybody else give up mainstream media? Like, anybody else like totally stop watching any MSNBCs or
Me,
anything?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't watch
Literally,
any of it. Yeah.
I turned it on. I turned on MSNBC because the only one I was able to really stomach by the time the election came around, and that was even difficult. And it had been getting difficult. And on November 6th, I turned it on for 5 minutes and I turned it off, and I went to CNN to see what they were like. And then I turned that off after 3 minutes. And I've not turned back on. I go get my sources through NPR, or, I go to find my own sources.
Yeah. NPR's been so good, by the way, since the election. They've been excellent. Yeah.
NPR has been excellent. Well, because they're probably on the shopping block. So I'm going to just keep working on my school board races that we all won. So the bright, beautiful light, y'all, in the world is that we are winning school board races, because even if people voted for Donald Trump, if you put the work in on your local elections and your local people, like your school boards, because Department of Education, all of these things are terrible. Y'all, the community, the people, your neighbors, they understand, and they're not voting. I mean, we actually won red districts with blue candidates for local school board elections.
That's
we
awesome.
won every election that we had a candidate running against a Republican. So please do not give up, because at the end of the day, I think the pyramid is inverted. And thank you, Jay, for talking a lot about the national stuff. I do wish that a lot of influencers like yourself would focus a little bit more and talk more about state legislature and local, because it's really that those are the seed seats for our federal government. And those are the people. Those people that are running in those seats, y'all, are your neighbors. So I really would like to get people to stop. It's like president's always been important, especially our age, because Jay, you and I are similar. We're very close in age.
In our late 20s. Yeah.
Exactly,
That's
late
right.
20s.
Yeah.
For a few decades. And I just we've always thought like the presidential was the most important. And I didn't know until about 5 years ago how incredibly critical our locals and our state is. So I just encourage everybody to get educated, get involved. And, if you don't want to get involved in the national stuff, at least start paying attention to your local. And maybe Jay can, also talk about those things too.
I like that. Keep putting the pressure. That's the right move.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
So how do you want to, do you have a time that you want to stop? Or,
No, just let everybody get out what
okay.
they want to say, and then we'll go.
Do you want to go? I mean, this form. So who hasn't got to speak? Chris, is there anything you want to talk about in specific?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Greg.
What's
Hey,
up, brother?
what's going on? Is this Friendly Fire Friday?
It's Friday.
Hey, I just wanted to say, let's be friendly. Hey, VHS, if you're listening, I've never really thought much of Jeff myself, and I always watch RTP all the time. And whenever he's on with Jeff, I'll watch a few minutes and be like, yeah, I can't do this. And you know what? I go ahead and switch. It has nothing to do with RTP. What's wrong with what? Everybody's always worried about what everybody else is doing on their platforms. I mean, for fuck's sake, man, come on. It's ridiculous.
Well, and look, I don't mind. I like the criticism. I actually don't mind. I think some people, I think that's fair criticism. The thing with Bobby is that Bobby is somebody who should be an asset to our community, somebody who worked on the border, which is a largely like right-leaning group of people. You don't get a lot of people from the left who have actually done work on the border. So like Bobby should be an asset to us on the left. That's why it's frustrating. It's like, why are we doing infighting? There is plenty to criticize about me, and there are people who don't enjoy my content. There are people that I've turned off from my content. All of that's fine. Like, that's part of it. You're going to lose people. It's just that, like, the eating ourselves from the inside makes no sense. That's I think, where there's more of an issue for me.
Well, Bobby is certainly an ass. I don't know about asset, but he's certainly an asset. Everything that everybody is saying, they're telling you the truth. I've got several friends on this app that he doxed. He put their phone numbers on the internet. He's not a good dude. I mean, he's just absolutely not. You know, I mean, what do I know? I'm only 20. You know. But
Yeah,
I'll drop
okay,
down.
Gregory, we know better.
Coming up. Yeah, I hear you.
It's been a rough 20 years.
It has. It has. I tell you what. Hey, coming up in eastern Kentucky and the Appalachian Mountains around all these hillbillies, man, I tell you what, it sure does. It puts a toll on you.
At least you're not blue. You avoided that, so you're good.
Good and to see you, by the way, County, that certainly didn't help either. Hey, what was that, Crow?
I said, good to see you, by the way. It's been a while.
Yeah. I try to shout at you every now and then. You ought to holler at me sometime.
I think I've still got you on Discord. I'll send you something over.
Yeah, you ought to. I'd be interested in some music for sure.
Sounds like a plan, man. I'll send you a DM the other way.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, appreciate it. Hey, you guys have a good one.
You too, brother.
Blush, but I have too much respect for you. So
All right, thanks, Greg.
See you, bud.
It is funny that we got Crow out here. Crow, this is Duckbeard, by the way. I hope you're doing well.
What's up, Ducky? How you doing, man?
Doing all right. Not as good as the hamster rave still is, but
fucking hate you for that.
Yeah.
Listen, I had forgotten all about that. I had forgotten about it. Hey, here, you know what? You just lost the game.
What about your drawings of was it Michael Jackson?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, it's been a while.
You're literally a problem. You're just a problem everywhere you go. Jay is right.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, we had like legit like in the Discord. We had literally with the whole Bobby shit. I mean, you had the whole damn channel, the Pam channel, due to Bobby's bullshit. Like this whole. I mean, I don't know if not many people remember that, but yeah, like Bobby's been an issue for quite a while, and yeah, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch him finally catch the shit that he's been, I don't know, at for a while. Anyways.
Well, the truth is he's not going to catch anything from this. Like the people that he has following him are just absolutely dedicated in every way, shape, or form. I mean, you've got people up here that are like, "Hey, this is what I'm doing." Jay, it literally explained exactly what he was doing with Jeff and HVAC to the T. I was there for debates. This is what I was here for. Well, you're still grifting. Like that's still gonna happen. Nothing's gonna change on Bobby's platform. It's gonna continue to grow. He's gonna continue to do what he does. This isn't going to stop it in any way, shape, or form. You couldn't stop him before with the MAGA granny stuff. There was no stopping him when he went after BIPOC creators. There was no stopping him when he just flat out lies. He just flat out lies, and nobody cares. Everybody sees him flying his plane, and they think he's handsome. And you know what? I've said this multiple times. If Bobby stuck to the border and would have continued working with people like Rollo, if he would have worked with the left, if he would have continued to be an advocate for the border and immigration issues, no one would have any issue with him whatsoever. The problem comes when he takes personal interest in people and comes after them and just makes shit up.
Can I pick I'm sorry.
I'm gonna let everybody know. So we want to start wrapping up. So Cam, did you have anything else? Because I'm gonna start dropping people down so that we can eventually close out.
I mean, the fact that he doesn't, like, we had Zeus on his platform before. He's had, I mean, like you said, Barrister, Felice Nemo, so many people throughout his platform, and then Jay's where we're going. Jay's what? Yeah. So I don't know. It is definitely strange. I know he's only like 5'4" and everything, but like he could give him be easy.
Up top, bite his knees.
You know what, Jay? You should just send him a rug.
Like the pigs bite yours.
You'll make a peace offering.
Right.
Send him a special rug.
Yeah.
Crow, did you have anything else you wanted to bring up before?
Can I say something really quick?
I was just checking to see if Crow had anything else you wanted to say.
No, I've got nothing here. You can drop me down.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
I'll drop you later.
Let's see
I was just about to talk about Crow too, but okay. Can I just give you a small background?
Okay.
One day, I think it was this couple of months ago. This is before everything started happening. Crow was in a room with a whole bunch of people from the BIPOC community who was ripping him another one. Okay, because of things that were being said and how they felt that he was pretty much like a part of what Bobby was doing. And Crow sat there and he took it and he learned from it and he became pretty much like a ally for people of color. And then we started learning more about the MAGA granny. So that's why I fell in love with Crow, because Crow, even though you could tell he was uncomfortable as hell. I mean, you know, when sisters go at you, it's hard. And it was mostly Black women. But he took it and he utilized it and he became an advocate for us. So, I mean, I love him to death for that, because he really has, he's really shown that he is putting the work in. But I also wanted to come up here and say to VHS, okay, all of us on this platform can tell you word for word what MAGA says when it comes down to defending their points. And the reason why is because of abolitionists like Jen and Political Mom and RTP, because they go in and they talk to MAGA. That's why we know what they're going to say before they even say it. They educate. And this is why it's like, even if they were getting billions of dollars, they freaking deserve it. Do you know RTP has been doxxed? Do you know that he's a father? He takes care of his daughter on a regular basis. He's not a deadbeat. So, I mean, this is something that it's just, to me, it's high school, but it's also something that we need to work on. And what we're realizing through this election is we really need to work on our own backyards when it comes down to these damn leftists. If you're saying that you're on our team, you can't be sitting up here having these interpersonal cliques. What? We're supposed to be all on the same team. So we have a lot to work to do on our side, because MAGA is extreme. This is ridiculous. This is already, but I'm happy that we had this conversation, even though it may seem petty. I'm happy because we need to get this out. For people to go in other platforms and lie about people that we need in our communities is scary. So I'm happy that you put this out there, RTP. I'm happy, because now we're seeing that they're saying, no, you're supposed to think like us. And that's something that we have to fix. So I'm going to drop. Love you guys. And
Love
RTP,
you.
I just want to let you know your booty is so sexy.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I know you have to do your grifting at some point and read the messages.
Yeah, I'll read them at the
There's
end.
quite a few that are in there.
Yeah.
But Jeff, Jeff, do you have anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, Jay, you absolutely 1,000% know how I feel about Jeff. I don't dislike him. I think he is just a lost boy. I want to mom him. Like, that's how I feel about Jeff. I want to mom him. I just want to kick his ass in the right direction. I don't think at heart he's a bad person. I just feel like when we start doing stuff like, listen, I think you giving Bobby this much attention is way too fucking much. I think this entire live, he doesn't deserve this much attention. So my only thing would be, after you meet your $1 billion goal, is to share some of that with me, but to never ever talk about this.
Yeah, no, it's
ever
one and
fucking
done.
again.
Which I have to say, I'm a little disappointed that we have not hit this goal.
Yeah, me too, Jen, me too. And I just want to say, Jay, that I respect you. Hello.
Sorry.
It's all good. I respect you. I think that when stuff like this happens, it turns people away from wanting to listen to people like us, or people that we have things to say. And I think when we start infighting like this, listen, I never believed that Bobby was a part of us anyway. He just has experience on the border. But like, when stuff like this happens, it turns people away. And like, we have 4 fucking years that we have to like get this shit together. We have midterms coming up in 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
we need to get this shit together. Like, fuck him. After you, he's gonna find the next person to bullshit with. So like, I just hope that he goes away, not and quietly at some point. And Jen, I hate you, and I hope you stub your toe.
All of your pinky toes on the dressers. Bye.
Thanks.
All right. Beth.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back.
Be good this time. I won't be yelling about anybody.
It's disappointing.
I can if you want. I'm good at it. But when the VHS was up, you hit on something that I think is going to be extremely important in the last 4 years. And the fact that he was saying that, I don't know, what was he saying? Morally grifting, whatever. But he was mad at the association. And what happened is, like, back in the day, people would be nosy neighbors. And if people are nosy, you'd be nosy in secret because you would never do that in public because everyone would tell you to mind your own business.
Right.
It's not your business. The internet and social media in lives, like we all watch these lives, we're all freaking nosy. And it's so acceptable now that those people that are naturally nosy back in the day, you know, those neighbors looking out their house, they're even 10 times worse on social media to the fact that they think they have this like morally high opinion and that they have the right to tell everybody what it is and everybody should act how they want them to act. That to me is like the biggest weakness of the left, is those people that tell people how to act, tell people who to platform, tell people how to run their lives, tell people you can't say this, you can't say that. I mean, obviously, if it's something bad. But I saw someone told someone not to say derp anymore. It's from South Park. Like, why can't we say derp? I don't get that. I'm Gen X, whatever. So anyways, but I think we have to get Gen X white men's vote. We need to get this college-age white boy vote, and they're all on these Joe Rogans. They're all on these, like, hyper toxic masculinity podcasts. So the left, like, those people that are, like, that VHS guy, their voices have to be squashed by regular people because we're not going to get those votes of those types of people unless we squash that like minority that is so super loud and trying to control everybody. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh, so I was muted. Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So I just like, it was just like the perfect like example because I've been trying to like put this into words for weeks and everyone thinks like, they're like, well, what do you mean? If you say this, you can't say this. And I'm like, no, you're not getting what I'm saying. It's like a whole vibe of ultra nosy neighbor shit or something.
Yeah, I think it's yeah.
I just like because like if we don't like no one wants to be around someone who complains all the time. My grandmother always said that no one likes a complainer, and so yeah. Anyways,
well, Beth, I know I'm just trying to get to Alibi. He hasn't got a chance to speak yet. We're trying to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Thanks, Beth.
Bye.
Appreciate
Have a good rest of your day. Have a good weekend. All right, Alibi, last but not least.
Jen, do you see people in the box?
Request, we're tapping it we're stopping it after this.
Gotcha.
I'm standing outside in the cold in Iowa so I can talk to you.
Oh wow. What a guy.
Well, I was at the restaurant, but there's too much background noise. I just wanted to say something about you and Jeff. I used to watch at least once a week or listen, and I thought it was a hilarious show, and I thought you reached a lot of people. I think the puritanical attitude that we can't platform anyone or anything else in order to talk to people is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We have to be able to reach across and have conversations. Otherwise, nothing changes. So I just want to let you know how much I appreciated it. And Jeff, I never took him too seriously because he's funny. You know, why would you? And he wasn't great at debating people, but you were. So I enjoyed listening to it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just wanted to tell you that, okay?
Thanks. Get back inside before you freeze to death.
Y'all have a good day.
All right, dude. We'll see you.
That's what you wanted to stop at some point, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I like the VHS is trying to get people to come to his live now. What are you grifting for right now, VHS? What are you grifting for? All right, guys.
People don't know what we're saying.
Let me read the comments, but I'll say this first. This is the last time I'm going to discuss this. We're back to normal on Monday. I didn't really want to do this, and maybe it was the right thing, maybe it wasn't. Who knows? But I did feel like I wanted to at least get the information out there so that people know what the information is. And like we saw today, there's not really an accusation there. It's just a little bit of jealousy. But now I'm going to read a bunch of shit that. That's going to make my face red, I think. Is there anybody in the box, Jen, that needs to... Well, do you want to... Yeah. I don't know. You decide. If there's anybody in the box that needs to be heard that before we go, let me know.
If anyone's in the box that needs to be, there has to have something.
Okay. Bree says, "Eat bitch made Bobby up. Boo. Then come eat me up." Great. Bree also says Bobby has an issue with everyone. It seems clearly he's the problem as the common denominator. When he was created, his laundry tag literally said "bitch made." Also love that you're setting the record straight. It's hot. Thank you. Goddamn. Bobby. Oh yeah, that's the one I read. Sal. God. You never know. It's never good with Sal followed by, or Bree followed by Sal. Sal says, "You wouldn't stop asking for my gift last night." All right. I don't. Terry says, "Not to speak bad of Jeff, but I passed alive the other night and he did not look well at all. I wish him well, but damn." Bree, all this talk of beef makes me hungry for your beef. All right. I've been super on top of things lately. Would you like to be one of them? The country girl in me knows how to ride a horse. Well, bad news. I'm not a horse. Mikey says...
shouldn't let people feel that this long.
Mikey says, "I had my ass splayed out for surgery Monday to remove my tailbone. And VHS's explanation was both more embarrassing and painful." Good. I hope you're recovering okay. Some people can be turned off by your content. This is from Bree, but if you ever want to make some after dark content with me, hit me up. I'm sure it'll turn you and other people back on. Great. These are so much worse reading over and over. Tony Danza says, "You suck, Jay. No compliments. I appreciate that." Swish says, "I'm entertained by Jay blushing. Grift me, daddy." Wasn't me says, "For backdoor light is on so you can find it after dark." And Raina says, "Your work is truly appreciated." Thank you. I think that's all of them. Oh, hey, what's up? USAMC. Good, man. How are you? Good. I see you up here. Welcome. Your eye. That's terrifying to see your eye like that. just by itself.
Do that on purpose.
Yeah. What's up?
Sit here quietly until something. So I got a message that Jeff was up here talking about our little interaction the other night, saying that he wasn't saying things that he said that he did.
Sure.
So I know that you're trying to wrap things up. So if
you want to clear, no. If somebody's talked about you, you should clear the record. It's 100%
for sure.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I think the thing that he was talking about was that he didn't say that he didn't care, or that he didn't say that he didn't care that veterans were concerned about losing their benefits or something like that. And full disclosure, those words never came out of his mouth. What did come out of his mouth during that live was a veteran who said that Jeff's lack of voting hurt veterans who are concerned about losing their benefits. And Jeff's response to that was to pitch up his voice and go, "Oh, my benefits, my benefits." And so that's when I lost my shit and just read him for filth on the live.
Jesus Christ, Jeff.
That's the whole thing. And
that's
Jeff
worse.
can come
that's
in
worse
and deny
than I
it all
thought.
he wants. I've got it recorded. So if he wants to keep saying that he didn't say those things, then
I brought that part up because how he replied, because people have been coming in here and saying that Jeff said he didn't care about any veterans having benefits, and my clarification was that he was speaking to that one particular person.
Right.
But that was what it came up. Jeff didn't necessarily say anything about that when he was up here.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So I know that him and I have been. This is like the first interaction that I've ever had with Jeff, ever, and it's been a lot of him. He spent 3 hours the other night making fun of my eyebrows on his own live.
What's going on with your eyebrows?
I've got everything. I've got everything all dyed and lightened up because I got Santa Claus duty this year. So
that's adorable.
Trying to look like jolly old Saint Nick, and Jeff is over here harshing my mellow. So
I bet he's not going to be getting coal. That motherfucker's getting coal for Christmas.
So, but yeah, and I mean, it's really just kind of ridiculous. But that was the whole thing with the the veterans benefits thing and whatnot. And so, it kind of pissed me off. And so I, kind of went off a little bit on the live on Jeff. And then he left and went and started his own live and has just been kind of talking about me for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 days.
Didn't you also go after his mother, whether she was live or not?
Yeah, I do that with everybody. Yeah, I do that with everybody.
So
like
all right, that seems fair to make fun of your eyebrows. Then I think that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
well,
probably.
No. And like, I don't care that he's like trying to make fun of my eyebrows or whatnot. Like that doesn't bother me, And yeah, I did, and I do that with a lot of people when I can tell that things are when they're just trying to get under my skin. I'm like, all right, well, if this is what we're doing, I'm better at this than you, so let's go.
Yeah, so it sounds like everyone was very mature all the way.
It sounds like everybody was great. Yeah.
Listen, I will be the first one to admit that I am probably the most immature person. If you come into my live or I'm in a live and you just start acting like an idiot, I'm like, great, this is what we're doing. I'm good at this. I've got a lot of practice. The Marine Corps trained me very well for this. And so, yeah, it definitely got childish and all kinds of stuff. And, I was good to just go back and forth with the banter and just see who can roast who better and whatnot, see who gets their feelings hurt the first. But when he started mocking the guy that was up in the panel about his benefits, that's when I kind of lost my cool.
Gotcha.
So,
well,
yeah, but that was it.
Yeah, I think all that's fair. Look, shit happens. I hope we all get along better in the future. But if not, that's kind of funny. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, all right, brother. Well, I appreciate it, and I love your eyebrows, for the record.
I appreciate it. I've worked really hard on them. So,
all right, bro. Thanks for coming up.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we'll see you. All right,
So
there we go.
Got a couple more messages in there.
Good. How do you know that? I know. Great.
I pay attention to things.
Jimmy says, I'll be on the table for your post Thanksgiving dinner spread. Thanks, Jimmy. Looking forward to it. Sarah says, you're the best grifter I know. If you know, you know. She said drifter, but I assume that was supposed to be grifter. Thank you. We were just short of the $1 billion today. Just barely short of it. All right, we'll be back on.
You guys sailed that circle. I'm gonna be on.
We'll be back for sure Monday with our regular show. I don't know about this weekend. I got to pick up my daughter on Sunday, so I don't know what tomorrow looks like. I may join somewhere. African Knight mentioned earlier today to have me that he wanted to do some content together at some point. So it stands for everybody. If you want, if you guys want to work together, you have an idea, just shoot me a DM. As long as it's a couple days in advance, usually we can schedule something and I can make it work. But I don't really like scroll through lives very often, so it's hard for me to find or to know if it's like one of those good times. So if you guys do want me to come on and guest on a show sometime, just let me know in a little bit of advance, and I'd be happy to do that. Jen, you got anything?
So if we're not streaming to YouTube right now, but if you guys, we do typically post these on YouTube, RTP Talks. If you aren't subscribed to us over there, please do so. If you'd like an invite to Discord, shoot me, Jay, or any of the mods a message, and we can get you an invite. And then I'm looking for someone we could raid. Looks like Athena's live.
Is VHS? Just kidding.
Is VHS live? I mean,
you could tell us all how to run our lives.
No, but
what do you guys see? What do you guys see? VHS. I would never send somebody to raid you. To be honest, I don't. I have very little respect for you as a leftist. I think that you're incredibly closed-minded, and I think that I'd rather have people go somewhere else if they want to get debate or conversation. I don't have a lot of respect for you. There's COVID. There's Athena, who I do respect and I love.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Keep through to Cactus and send anybody over. Watch your lives.
Yeah. All right, everybody, head over to Athena. Is that the Kim Possible Is that what it is?
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to see. It's just blurry as shit. It's so blurry.
Hold on. I'm trying to focus out so it's easy to read. My hands are gonna. You see it?
No.
Kim. It's okay. It is Kim. KYM. POSSIBL3_.
There we go. All right, guys. We'll see you maybe sometime later this week. Tell Athena that RTP sent you. Thanks for being here. We enjoyed the drama today. We all did it together. And we'll see you Monday. Stay cute and cool. Have a great summer.